We're live. We should be live now. We're live. All right. Welcome to Mischief Finance. And this is our Sui Alpha stream, potato themed. We're talking about potato board because SuiDeX, our baby, just got listed on potato board. So for today's video, for the start of today's AMA, we are going to be going through Potato Land board and showing you how to use it with SuiDeX and on Sui. It's an amazing tracker, and we've been using it for a while on this channel, and it's now you're going to learn exactly why it's so amazing. And I am joined by the one and only, the GOAT, Wise Degen. How are you doing?
What's up? Wise Degen here. Yes, Pawtato Finance is the best application, the most used application for tracking wallets and seeing a multi-wallet view in one portfolio. And their Potato Land NFTs and heroes are awesome too.
Now, I did have a couple complaints in the last video that my microphone was too low, so I've juiced it to max. So if I do sound distorted,
it sounds great,
or overdriven, then let me know. I can pull that baby down. Yeah. So Potato Land. Let's see. So Potato Land it started its life as a tracker. It is great in one way, which we'll talk about specifically, which is that you don't need to connect your wallet to it. You just put the wallet address in and it will read the blockchain on Sui and show you everything you're in on Sui, including SuiDeX. So let's take a look at it and let's see. I'm going to use this wallet. Let's use this wallet. And how do I show? I'm going to try to get both of us in this. Right. So you got a SuiDeX board. You're going to be brought up with this, right? So this is basically showing you all your positions. So you'll see here, dashboard. Got dashboard here. Dashboard is going to show you your full exposure. To use it, all you need to do is come to wallet. Where's wallet? Wallets here on the left. And what it's going to do is you just need to put a wallet in, right? So you can add as many wallets as you want, right? So you could find a random trader. You could put their wallet in there. You add the wallet. When you add a wallet, you either say it is your own wallet or it is someone else's. So for example, let's take the Sui Trump coin marketing wallet, right? So I'll take this one. I've not tracked this one on this. So we put that in. This is the marketing wallet for Sui Trump, right? Our own meme coin mascot of SuiDeX. We go add wallet. And then I say what it's called. It's called Sui Trump, right? And I go add the address. I say if it's my wallet or someone else's wallet. So this is my wallet, or our wallet. So we put in my wallet and we add the wallet. As soon as we add this, what's going to happen is it's going to now show it as a wallet with funds in it. So I click there, I come to dashboard, and then it's going to show the position of the wallet, which is 99.4% Sui Trump, because it's a Sui Trump wallet. Shows how much Sui Trump's in there at the moment, 10K of Sui Trump. And the total assets.
That is quite a percentage.
It shows the portfolio history, shows the market sentiment, and then you can come down and see market prices. Oh my God. It's not looking good in the market today. So then you can click through this and you can say, details on this, view it on Raiden X, view it on SuiScan, copy the address, everything about that. So this is amazing first, just for straight up wallet tracker. How much do you have in your wallet right now today, right? It's very important, right? Oh, by the way, before we get going with this, we do have prizes to give away for this stream. So if you do have any questions, I have a bunch of them in the X post for the announcement for this video. And if you are live right now on X, we are live on YouTube, X under Mischief Finance, X under SuiDeX, X under Sui Trump. We're on Cake with Crypto Mischief as well. So if you do have any questions, just put them in the live chat as well. I'll include that in the giveaway. We're going to be giving away Victory Token and also Tato coin, which Tato is the coin of Potato Board, right? So the big changes which we've seen from Potato Finance, not only can you check your wallet. Let me bring that back up here, right? So you can check your wallet and what you're doing. So this wallet is not farming, it's not doing anything. You're just sitting holding Sui Trump, right? But if I come to another wallet, right? We'll come back to wallets. And I come to this one. So we'll go to main, right? So this is just my main Sui wallet for this. So we'll click on this one. How do I use it? Portfolio, right? So not only can it show you the coins, like I have a lot of coins. We have a lot of coins in this wallet. This is a 2-year-old Sui wallet. We also have protocol, right? Protocol balances on the right-hand side. So you see we have Moonbags, Full Sail, Pawtato Land, Aftermath, Walrus, Cetus, Navi, and SuiDeX, right? And we see SuiDeX positions here as well. Shows you your whole DeFi balance, what you have farming and things. And then you can actually go through each one and check out what's going on with your positions. Now, always on this channel, like I'm not going to show you something that I don't use myself. You can see I use this. I'm plugged into Pawtato Land. I've been using it for a long time. It is awesome, right? So we then can come from the portfolio and then say you want to go a bit deeper, right? You want to go deeper. You want to see actually what am I doing in DeFi? So this is where it's really cool because it can show you now what's happening with SuiDeX, right? So SuiDeX, you can find it at SuiDeX.org, and it is our own pool system, our own yield farm, our own DEX on Sui. We also have a vault for locking. We're about to release SuiDeX Game as well, which is just over here. So we're a growing ecosystem on Sui. We're doing things the right way, and we're doing things the transparent way, right? So you can see here now SuiDeX positions are shown. We have liquidity pools, which would be funds held in liquidity, not in the farm, right? So this would be here. We have farm positions, which would be positions staked into the farm to earn victory coin. You can even track your rewards, which are coming in victory coin. And we also have Vault, which is our single stake for victory. This is all shown now in real time. It updates every single second. You can come up to the top right and see your total pending rewards. So today I have $58 to claim. All good. Nice. We'll do that later. And that's so it's brilliant because now people have been asking, how do I see my total stake value? Well, now go to Pawtato Board. You can see it all there. It's all there, right? From there on, you can also come down to your wallet balance. You can see your lending positions, Cetus, Walrus, Aftermath, Pawtato, Full Sail, Moonbags. Pretty much, if you're a who's who on Sui, you need to have your protocol on board with Pawtato because it is the best wallet tracker that Sui has, right? So now we have two amazing trackers basically for SuiDeX. We have Pawtato and we have Noodles as well. So on Noodles, you can chart and see the dynamic movements of your SuiDeX positions. And on Pawtato Board, you can see the raw rewards coming in, your raw positions, how much is in each pool, how are they changing, and how much rewards do you have to pull out and play with, right? So that's Pawtato Board. Anything I missed, Furley? What do you think?
Yeah, so like Noodles is more like a Dex screener, but it's Sui specific. And then, the Pawtato application, that you don't need to sign anything there. That's more of like your personal portfolio tracker and seeing what your own personal stuff is. And then Noodles is like for checking on other, the charts and stuff. The main thing people like about Pawtato is the fact that you can have, like I have like 20 wallets in my personal wallet thing, and you can look at them as one portfolio view and then look at them at each wallet individually. And it's also connected to Telegram, and you can get Telegram alerts, and that's how you get referrals and XP points. And that's how you get qualified for their airdrop of Tato or their whitelist for their land tiles and heroes that they had. Because I've been signed up with them since they first started, like the very first week they came out, I believe.
Yeah. So we have dashboard, which is the everything. You're right, actually. Yeah. Because say here now I've added 4 wallets. It's really handy too. Like if I go back to wallets, right? You got someone knocking on your door, man. Your rent's due. So if I come here, I made one yesterday called Check, right? So this isn't my wallet.
So I'm keeping it muted while they're doing hammering.
Don't worry about it, man. It's the noise of crypto. There's always something going on, right? So what I did yesterday was that we were doing our reward boosts for the SuiDeX victory restake, right? Because if people chose to restake their 3-month lock, they got a victory boost, which is still going now. If your 3-month lock is complete, you get a 5% boost in your victory. If you restake into a year, you get a 15% boost if you restake into 15. You get a 15% if you restake into the 3-year, right? So I wanted to check that it worked. And instead of going on chain and looking through SuiScan, SuiVision and like spending a bunch of time, all I did was I took one person's wallet, this random wallet, right, who decided to restake. And all I had to do was put their wallet in as someone else's wallet And then I went to check, right? So this is just to check. I went to his portfolio. This person had 3 stakes, and now they have 3 more, right? So they were gifted, they made 3 restakes, and they got gifted 3 restakes through our restake bonus package, right? So now I verified, I check, and then, of course, I don't want to clutter up my stuff, so then I just come here and I remove the wallet, right? That's me just checking what's going on chain. So it's really great. It can combine all your wallets together and show the thing. Coming down to coins, coins will show not your coins, it will show all the coins in the market, right? Top gainers, trending coins, some big gainers, Jesus.
And for people that do mostly mobile, like I do mobile more often than desktop, it has
Yeah,
a very good UI for mobile interface. And that's pretty hard to do sometimes to get that right. And I think that's really important for people that are on the network, because SUI network seems to be probably half people use it on mobile only, seems like. So their UI on their mobile is really great.
yeah. We can come down to swap. You can also swap on Pawtato board as well. SuiDeX is not yet aggregated into their swap because they are being cooked through, aggregated through, I believe, this would also be Aftermath, possibly Noodles, and Noodles are being swapped through Aftermath. So we're still working on that. I've been talking to Cetus and Aftermath about getting aggregated. It's coming soon. Coming soon. Yeah, it's like the D-Bank of Sui. Good point there by Richie by name. It's exactly like the bank, which is great for EVM, but the Pawtato board is what you need, especially for Sui. If you're in Sui and you don't have Pawtato board, and it costs nothing, right? To use the board is completely, entirely free. It's a free service for you.
So
You can
Richie, you should
send.
probably bring up like your profile. Like I think if you click on your picture, you go
Okay.
to where you can get all the XP points. I
Okay.
You can get XP for reposting, for answering questions, for
Oh yeah.
logging in. Yeah, there you go.
I'm a bit too busy to do that, but yeah, if you want to farm it as well, you can also farm airdrops of Tato coin with Pawtato board. I'm not sure if they're still doing airdrops, but definitely
Um,
people made great cash from them.
I'm sure they have stuff planned for the future, but they don't always. They don't say, but they've been consistent with rewards. Like I got 2 land tile mints. I got 1 or 2 hero mints for free, and then I got discount on the rest, like
Oh yeah.
7 more. And I also got 10,000 Tato coin that I can claim daily for like I think it's like a month long release, something like that.
Nice. So you can go from streaks, you can be a onboarder, you can be a bridge builder, you can solve riddles, you can trailblazer, just a load of badges continuing. They have daily check-ins. This was all leading up to their large airdrop. So is it still running like this program? I guess it is because it says
Yes,
my streak is
because
5 days.
what
Cool.
what you earn is XP points on Pawtato. So your XP points counts towards anything they do.
Okay.
So even if you were participating like from 8 months ago, you're still getting rewarded for anything they're doing today. So you earn your XP points on Pawtato, and they have a referral system that's important. But they have to go through Telegram,
Yeah.
which is I like that, but their main community is on Discord, and they said on purpose that they feel it's more secure on Discord. There's a lot more information there, but they do have a Telegram.
Cool. Yeah, because you can see from here, like I don't really use the profile system, but it's even though I don't know really, because all I've done is I linked my Telegram and I linked to wallet and I used the Pawtato board. That's all I really did from connected services. And I come in every day because I use it, right? So then it gives me green things for that. And all these badges I won, I had no idea that I won these badges. So that's
Yeah, some
cool.
of them you get just automatically just for doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
You know, so, and then I did get an airdrop from them as well. So thank you very much for that. We have Send. Send is a service which I have not used before, but you can send SUI to wallets. So you don't need to use Slush Wallet. You can also use the Send service here. You can send to wallets or send to SUI NS. We have
and on the
Stake.
swap, you can do like a multiple coin swap up to 10 coins at once. Like if you have a small amount of meme coins or whatever left over,
Oh,
you can
multi-swap,
choose
yeah.
10 at once and swap it to Sui or Tato. And
Ooh.
of course, you have to sign your wallet to do transactions, but it's not required to do tracking and just checking your balances, because they started off as just no signing at all, but now they have signing
Hmm.
in because they expanded.
Importance of note. So here it says liquidity with victory is only 1.3 thousand. That's only pooling at the moment the CETIS pool. No, yeah, the CETIS pool for victory. It's not pulling the SuiDeX pool for the victory LP yet. So I'll talk to them about that after. I'm sure they're going to be quite busy over the next few days, but I'll talk to them about adding the SuiDeX liquidity to the tracker for victory as well, because we have a lot more liquidity than that. Other coins as well, like Shock. Also, they'll have to show their liquidity for SuiDeX as well. But yeah, so you can pool them. I guess this is because it's the swap, and we're not aggregated into their swap yet. No, we're in the portfolio. We're not in the swap yet. We will be in the swap. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Yes, indeed. It's coming
Yeah.
along good.
So the stake is quite interesting. So stake is where you come into talking about the Tato coin, right? So Tato and X Tato. I thought it was U Tato, but it's called X Tato, right? Stake Tato to receive
Oh,
soulbound
so
X Tato.
for that, the Tato, that is tradable. The U
Yes.
Tato is soulbound. It's stuck to your wallet for the Pawtato land only.
And what about on X Tato is their balance? And so there's three: U Tato, X Tato, Tato. Is that right?
And I'm not sure exactly what the X Tato is, but yeah, there is three if there is an X Tato, because the U Tato is bound to Pawtato land,
Okay.
and Tato is the regular coin, and I think X Tato is the other. It's like the reward if you don't want it to be in the game.
Says stake your Tato to receive soulbound X Tato. Soulbound means it's on your wallet, but you can't trade it. The longer you lock up your Tato, the more X Tato you receive. 0.1% X Tato per day on your Tato.
So
Minimum
I'm
lock
wondering
is
what X
14
Tato is
days.
for. If it's not for the game, if it's sold.
Minimum after the lock expires, Tato can be withdrawn. X Tato will remain in possession. You get more Tato. So if you lock your Tato coin into X Tato, you then earn more Tato. It's a
Okay.
similar mechanic even back 4 or 5 years. I saw this on back on Phantom Chain. They had this on Spooky Swap. It was called
So
X
then
Boo.
how it works is, I guess, if you want to earn Utato, you stake it for the Utato staking. If you're doing the Lantau game, if you're not playing the Lantau game, then you stake it and earn X Tato, because that's just, you get Tato back.
Yeah,
So
I do for Tato coin. I do both because it's still a new coin. We're approaching market bottom, so there's only upside on Tato coin, in my opinion, as they continue to ship. The thing that's so bullish about Potato Land is and Potato Board, Potato Team is that they ship so fast. They really are trailblazers on Sui.
I
So if they have
have
a
some
coin,
crazy stats that are unbelievable, that they broke. It sounds, unreal. Even the land tiles, they sold out in 24 hours.
yeah.
Multiple, I don't know how many tens of thousands. And then the heroes, they actually had 30,000. They sold out in the first hour. It didn't even make it to public listing. And that was 30,000 of them. So they're very popular. That was a record hit.
Nice. Yeah, they really sell so fast. So that's stake. So you can see I've got some staked. I've got 5,000, 8,000, 1,000 Tato staked because why would I sell it? What's the point? You just hold it and wait for the market to improve. Try catch the bottom and buy more. We have Potato Land. We'll talk about that last because it's massive. We have airdrop. So if you've been using Tato, and you might not have noticed that you've been using, maybe you use it, but you just didn't know about it. You may be eligible for an airdrop. Who knows? Who knows? You can go check that, right? So my airdrop was 18,000 Tato, which great, thank you. I didn't even know there was an airdrop going. I was just having fun on Tao. So when it dropped, I was like, wow, thanks. What you can do with your airdrop is you can claim it, or you can claim your. They had a claim airdrop early. Utato is another one. Your Utato balance. So I had some Utato here. I don't know what that is. I'm going to unlock it. So there's so much going on in this. Oh, I got 700 more Tatos. Tatos, cool stuff. So there's so much going on with the potato that there's There's something for everyone to look for. You have airdrops, portfolio tracking, you have swapping, you have multi-swapping, you have staking, you have a game as well. We haven't talked about the game.
So another important thing is they have an airdrop in section where it lets you know what projects or protocols are doing airdrops on the network.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also notifies you of the SUI passports, which is something almost nobody knows about. And I was really surprised they even track those. They're just stamps you can get to show that
Yeah.
you're like part of the network. They're free to get.
Yeah, the airdrop section isn't showing the other airdrops. Usually does. You can usually track other airdrops as well on Sui.
Yeah, I
Leaderboard
noticed that too.
is
It seems like that they temporarily uh, just made it for Tato temporarily, or
yeah.
I'm not sure.
The leaderboard will show your rank among all the the Tato citizens, Tatozens. So it goes up by levels. The top player has 1.7 million Tato points. Jesus, that's a lot of XP. You can find where your position is. I'm not sure how many players there are, but I'm ranked 12,000, and like that's crazy. So there are a lot of people engaging with this user base. We're talking probably hundreds of thousands of people use Tato. It's a
I
massive
have
one.
I'm 11,469, level
Wow,
15.
you're a beast. You're a beast. We have notifications. They will send notifications to your phone, to your wallet, to everything for everything. Oh, there is notification for new stamps to claim on Sui Passport. Never heard of that. We have market stats. Don't know if we want to look at market stats today, but we're going to do it. Oh, God. Extreme fear. We are in bull market. Top indicator is 100% hold. So we're definitely not in the bull market top. We're in extreme fear. And it will show you different indicators of how they're doing. Interesting. On when we think we're at the top or the bottom. And the last one is invite a friend, which means that you can invite people to use Pawtato Land, which I forgot actually. I'm going to change my link for this to the
Yeah,
or
that's a good. They have a good referral system. I have quite a bit.
nice. Actually, Furley, send me your link. I'll put it on the description of this video.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, send me on Telegram, and then I can show you that. And yeah, so that's the board. Unbelievable, unbelievable stuff. Now, let's talk a bit about Tato Coin while Furley sends me his invite. So Tato Coin, we will check it out. So let's go to Noodles to get a good overview of Tato. Tato, I like the name. So disregard the prices for today, I think, because the whole market is turbo nuking, as we know. So, there's been a big, scary market. So Tato Coin launched back in the, what's that, 15th of November was when Tato Coin launched. Usually I disregard the launch period because it is too speculative. You've really no idea what's going on for that. So we just kind of come here. Right, so what's happened with Tato Coin? Market cap is $6.5 million. They are usually one of the top trending coins on Sui. Today it's trending 39. You can see since launch, it has had a decline in value from the immediate. We'll go from here, like we'll say launch prices here because it's too much. It's too speculative before then. So we'll just go here from 17th of November, which is 2 days after the launch, right? And we'll come from today to now, we are 46% down, right? Now, yes, down. But in this market, trust me, 46% down on a new coin on Sui is doing pretty well, actually. It's doing good in this
Well,
market.
because what it doesn't account for there is the fact that they're giving out a lot of awards for staking because you're earning other coins, you're earning stuff in the game. They really award participation, even if
They
the
do,
coin,
yeah. And it's inflation, right? So this is an inflationary asset, but you can see from the 16th of December, which is now over a month ago, we are actually up with Tato Coin by 20%. So the coin floored and is now gaining more and more interest from people on Sui. So actually, when we zoom in here, the chart's starting to look pretty nice, right? So they have dips. They have, I guess these are buybacks on dips, possibly. I'm not sure what's happening with these two massive wicks or this big pump here. Today, of course, falling because the entire market is falling. They're only down 1.9% though. Where can you buy Tato? So of course you can buy Tato coin on the swap coin section. You can also come to market on Noodles, and it will show you all of the liquidity pools where you can buy Tatos. So
And
the lot,
somebody is asking about airdrop notifications sound game changing. How does Pawtato detect and alert users to new opportunities in the Sui ecosystem? They rely heavily on their Telegram bot. You can interact with Pawtato through Telegram. It is you can pop it up and look at your stuff right there in Telegram. That's why you have to connect it when you go to your profile. You can connect your Telegram. You can connect your Discord, and you want to get all those things green if you want the max like link points, but not overwhelming you with spam. You could just disconnect it. You don't have to have the alerts on. You can turn it off. You don't
yeah.
have to connect your Telegram if you don't want to, but I believe you do to have to do the referral link.
Tip for using Noodles is you're going to come to market here, and if you're on the chart for Tato, right, and you want to see market, right, so you come here, you can see where all the pairs are, where to buy it essentially, right. So you're going to be met with loads and loads of liquidity pairs, but a lot of these you're not going to be able to swap because there's no liquidity. So you just go here to the top right, it says hide small pairs. This is going to give you places where you can actually swap, right? So we have Tato USDC is their largest liquidity pair, which is why when you're looking at this chart that it's not really moving with the SUI market. That's because their liquidity is tied entirely in USDC, right? Which is great for a project which is high inflationary. That's why actually I push the Victory USDC pool quite a lot and SUI Trump USDC pool, because it does depeg us from the overall crypto market when most people are kind of understanding now that we are bearish on the market, right? We're seeing at the moment $81,000 Bitcoin, massive nuke, 7% down today, right?
And
As
they
I
originally
predicted.
launched on
But
on Turbos. That was like their other.
yeah,
Like
this
if
is
you didn't
where
get it through their own site, it was
you can
Turbos that had the incentives at the very launch of
yeah,
TGE.
you can see here 99% of their liquidity is on turbos with Tato and USDC. They have $100,000 of liquidity for Tato coin. So then you think, okay, well, great, I want to buy some Tato, right? So you could just come to their swapper if you want to buy Tato, right? You could just swap Sui or any of your coins into Tato coin, right? Boom, boom, boom. There you go. And you can buy it. You can buy up some Tato coin for yourself to put in your bag, right? How much is one Tato coin? Big question. So if you want to buy one Sui, oh, that's a lot of Sui. You want to spend one Sui, you're going to get 198 Tato coins. It's a good deal. It's a very good deal. So that's all good as well. So what I want to do first is I want to just make a swap.
I did send you the links too. And
Okay, cool.
Whenever you're ready.
So yeah, I have some Bitcoin here. So first we're gonna swap. I'm not sure if they can handle multi positions. So we'll take some Bitcoin, right? I'm gonna swap it into Sui. Then I'm gonna swap that Sui into Tato coin, and we're gonna give away that, add it to the giveaway pile basically for today. Okay.
And yeah, Turbos does have a reward liquidity pool. That's correct.
Yeah. APR on turbos at the moment is 220%, but that is concentrated yield, so you're going to need to get your right yield position on that and be in range or get nothing. And they have a mining reward as well in Tato coin. They're giving away 83,000 Tato coin every single day. We're going to spot 30 Sui, and it's $40 roughly of Tato to give away today. Boom. Interesting. If they're giving, I just want to check that. If they're giving away, what does that say? 83,000 Tato every single day from the mining rewards. So that's $500. So there's $500 of inflation on Tato coin coming from liquidity pairs every single day, going to all liquidity providers, who would be that $110,000 of assets. Plus, I guess, the concentrate trading fees as well. So it might be a smart play. If you're into concentrate pools, you can do it that way. So that is Tato. Let's see if we have any questions on Tato, and we'll go through. Okay.
Security.
We have Brett Prince is in the house. Sweet. This is going to be spud-tacular. Very good. Very good. I'm going to have to come up with good questions to hash this out. Yes, you might. Okay. What's the roadmap look like for the next 6 to 12 months? Any big features like advanced analytics, AI-driven insights, or cross-chain expansions? So that's a good question for Pawtato. So Okoro Benjamin, they have huge plans for Pawtato. We haven't looked at their land yet, Pawtato Land. That's their Web3 game. There's a elephant in the room about the Pawtato Land that we'll get into. So I'm going to answer that question quite soon about their plan, because they made a very long tweet about what they plan to do with Pawtato Land
Short answer is
yesterday.
they're not going anywhere. They're dedicated.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be around.
Brett Prince, say I'm a new investor who decided to try a weekly lock at first. Is there a badge or bonus on you can earn by choosing to lock up an expired week lock and locking up to make a 3-month lock? On Pawtato, let's find out. So we have stake. Well, stake you can choose 6 month, 1 year, or max. So 1 day, it must be 14 days. So 14-day must be the longest is the longest you can stake for. You will receive X Tato. I'm not sure if you get a badge. You'd have to look in the
Brett, those badges they're more like achievements that you get, and each achievement that you get more XP on their site.
Yeah.
It's not really a badge. If you want to do more interactive stuff, you go to their Discord. They have like the most interactive and multi-feature Discord I've ever seen. It's like pretty cool.
Yeah, what's going to happen here is if I locked this 6,000 Tato, I'd get 2.19x Tato, and I would be getting 36% X Tato per Tato. So by the end of my 14 days, if I went 14 days, I'm getting 90x Tato. So I'd get my Tato back at the end plus extra Pawtato balance. So you're essentially compounding it in a lock. Basically, is what's happening there. The send and address book feature seems handy for frequent users. Are there any anti-phishing measures or smart contract integrations to prevent common errors? I'm not sure actually on the send function, because it does seem like if I wanted to send one SUI to say WiseDgen, right? Is that your SUI NS? WiseDgen?
Yeah, it exactly is my name or Mr. Furley, either one.
Yeah, so if I wanted to send one SUI there, I'm not sure. I've never used this actually, so I'm not sure if it needs to connect to your wallet to do this or what.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, if you're worried about security, just don't sign your wallet. You can just track stuff. If you want to swap, you're going to have to sign with your wallet. So, it has features you can use where you don't have to sign. You just claim the address as yours. But if you actually want to swap, you do have to sign with your wallet.
Yeah. Yeah, like here, if I want to send this pickaxe to WiseDgen, send NFT, is it going to work? Ah, cool. I can send NFTs to you too. Yeah, so here I'm sending an NFT through their send service. You can see the pickaxe is here, and then can look at that, and then it'll show you.
If it's anything Pawtato related, send it to Mr. Furley.
Yeah. I don't know I'm not sure if I'm using that pickaxe, but we can try it out if you want. I have a better pickaxe. I've got a beast of a pickaxe. So the pickaxe is actually part of Pawtato Land game, right? We're going to talk about the game after we talk about what happened with the game. Mr. Furley, send him an NFT. Send your pickaxe. Choose recipient. Mr. Furley. Send that.
I have an ultra, like a really rare pickaxe too, so check it out.
Nice. Well, there you go. You got pickaxe. Yeah, so that's how that works. But that's connecting to my wallet. Alpha tip. I believe
Did you hear the
Turbos
notification? I just got notified through Telegram that I just received a pickaxe. It just came out.
Because the Telegram's linked to your Pawtato, right?
Yeah. So when you click on your profile, where it showed the referral and the points, you can actually link your Telegram there, but I'm not sure how it works because you use the web interface. I've never used Telegram through the web, so I'm not sure how easy it is to link stuff, but it should be. If you click on your profile picture, usually is where you link your Telegram.
So we have Brett Prince, Alpha Tip. I believe Turbos has a reward liquidity pool going for their Tato USDC. You can do high leverage for a higher APR and the ability to get rewarded more for that risk. Yeah. So if we come to this would be liquidity pools. What you want to do is you want to find Tato and USDC, which would be this one here with the highest liquidity. $704,000 liquidity right here for Tato USDC. Says the APR is 34%, so it's very different to Noodles, which said 200%. Let's see if there's another one that says
So
200.
with Turbos, how that works is some of their liquidity pool, their liquidity pairs have an extra incentive on top of what's listed publicly. They're like the incentivized pools,
Yeah, you
and
can
those
see it
might not
here.
show up on all the trackers.
It says rewards here. Well, what I mean is because Noodles said 200%, but this one says 34%, right? So what you're going to be doing here is you're going to go in their largest liquidity pool. You'll be sharing with the other $704,000 in there the rewards of Tato coin, which is as stated what was it that we said, like 50,000, $500 of Tato every week at these prices. And to deposit into this pool, so you're going to be getting the trading fees paid to you in Tato and USDC. You're also going to be getting extra Tato rewards. To get this going, you need to decide on what kind of range you want to put on this, right? Which would mean you are going to be putting say you want to be in a 2% range, so Tato is going to go up or down compared to USDC in the range. Then you can squeeze it to 200% APR. But as soon as Tato goes up or down by 2%, you are out of range, you stop earning. So then you think, okay, I'll go full range. But if you go full range, you're only getting 1% APR on your position. So it's not worth it, right? So then you need to squeeze the range. You need to make a gamble on what range you think the Tato is going to trade in say, the next 2 weeks. Because it's a 0.3% pool. So you're 0.3 to make the liquidity. You're 0.3 to remove the liquidity. So already you're losing 0.6% if you go out of range, right? If you understand me. I decide to make a liquidity pool on turbos with Tato USDC. When I make the liquidity, I will be charged a 0.3% fee on my position. And then if I go out of range, I need to pay another 0.3% fee to unpair and then another 0.3% fee to repair. So make sure your range choice isn't too tight that you're going to get, because if Tato goes up by, say I go in this range here and it says I'm going to be 3%, 3%. If Tato goes up or down 3% on that day or in that couple days, that's me eating more in fees than I'll be making in yield, right? Because the yield is 83% APR. You're not going to make that up in 3 days. Probably the 0.3, 0.3, 0.3 to get back in the pool is going to be more than that. So pick your range carefully. Usually, too good to be true is always it could have happened in DeFi. It's called Fugazi yield, right? Because although this number here looks fantastic, right? Making 275% or getting up to 1% daily by really squeezing this, you're not going to make that. It's going to go out of range. It's a volatile token, right? So you need to stay in your range. I'm not sure what Brett's in, but I would suggest probably getting somewhere around 30% APR is reasonable. 10% either side, you get 25%. Then you need to go in with your fees. So you can either go in with Tato and USDC, you can go in with USDC only, or you can go in with Tato only. It will then zap into your position, and that's you farming. You then get USDC and Tato for volume that's happening on Turbo's trade, and you get additional Tato rewards as a bonus as well at the same time. You can choose the light function, which just gives you basically the APR that you want. You can go up to 825% APR, but you're going to go out of range if you do that. So try stay in a reasonable range, and then you can get into the pool.
That's why it's a good thing there's options available on the Sui network, because some LP providers, you can just not worry about going your range. It's just 50-50 all the time.
Yeah. How can Pawtato users track and manage their NFT collections alongside DeFi positions within the same unified interface? Easy.
Oh, there is an NFT section. It has all of them.
Yeah. Where is the NFT section? Probably in portfolio, right? Let me find it. NFTs. There we go. Go here, NFTs in the middle there. Click on that. It will show you all your beautiful digital pictures.
That's actually one of the most useful things because NFTs are the easiest things to lose track of. Like you don't remember, oh, this wallet has, NFT in it. So
Yeah.
when you put all the wallets that you use in the tracker, which you don't have to sign for, it's safe. You can't if you're not signing with your wallet, it is impossible for you to be affected. You're just looking at the public blockchain, uh, organized in a way that however you want it, because you can say whatever wallet's yours, but you don't have to prove it to see it, only to make transactions.
Yeah, it shows almost all my NFTs. Some of them don't have the picture, but almost all of them do. You have your staked walrus positions. So if you are staking walrus, you have them. If you have an airdrop from walrus, it's available. I have my Toilet Club Alpha Pass. SuiNS, we have Suicide Symbiotes, Sui Booster DAO. I think they're dead now. Misfit, this guy, kind of liked him. I have an NFT problem, by the way. We have staked wall positions. We have Potato Land tools, which we'll be getting into soon. We have more Potato Land tools. I have a lot of Potato Land tools. I've been crafting like a beast. More tools, more tools, more tools. We have 12 pages of tools essentially. Anything else? We have Potato Land lands. We have Potato Land heroes. We have gobbles. These are cool. Too bad can't see them. We have some Doonies. We have DeLorean. We have Cetus LP positions. More Cetus LP positions. And Board Toilet Club NFTs as well. We have more Board Toilet and we have Suicide Social Club in this wallet. So you can see all your NFTs as well. So if you want to check your NFTs, you go here. If you want to check your portfolio positions for your yield farming, you can check them in positions. If you want to check your borrow health for lending protocols, you can do Navi, SuiLend, Scallop, Alphalend, and Bucket, and you can check them as well and see your health on your borrowing as well. How does Potato Finance enhance user security and privacy when managing wallets and interacting with dApps on the Sui blockchain? We answered that one already, right?
Yeah, to just use the tracker, you don't have to do
Yeah.
any signing. So there's absolutely zero risk. If you don't sign, then you're all good.
Yeah, exactly.
And remember that the wallet tracking app and stuff like that is separate from the game. Like they're the same developers. They're very connected, but they're separate things. Like there's a wallet tracking app, and then there's Pawtato Land with the NFT land tiles and the heroes. There
Yeah.
are two separate things, but they have a lot of, obviously, they tie into each other.
As a free platform, what's the business model for Potato? Are there premium features or partnerships in the works to sustain development? Yeah, they have their big earner, I would say, for their business model is Potato Land, because that is a Goliath project. And we'll be checking at that soon, but I would say that's where they mostly monetize. This free service is like a funnel to get people into their other projects, their other gaming specified projects.
And, a show of their integrity, they had this application that was free to use with no ads for, I think, like at least 6 months before they did anything about like revenue or NFTs or anything like that. It was a free to use app with no ads that, had this great layout. So I think that's the best thing about them is they showed integrity first before trying to, it didn't look like a cash grab. They were really adding value to the network.
Yeah, exactly. If you could add one dream feature to Potato right now, what would it be and why? Ooh, that's a good question. What do you think, Wise DJ? What's your dream feature?
They try
it
to have
all,
everything. It's hard to think, what do they not have? It's like a never-ending exploration. If it could predict the future and tell you what,
Yeah, some games would be fun. Prediction games. Or like they'd allow us to predict the future, right?
So that's the thing with the land tiles, when we get into that the actual game part of it hasn't started yet.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah, I think some gambling could be fun. Could be a fun addition. We have I Love You. I think that's pointed towards WiseDegen. Fan page Q9Q loves you, WiseDegen.
I'm an Android.
Yeah.
I live on the internet.
If you're in the live chat and you love WiseDegen, please write in I love you by just pressing ILU, chat ILU. Let's see how many people love WiseDegen.
And if you're a TikTok person, I'm wise degenerate, spelled out all the way.
Pool APY alerts help users stay ahead. Do these take into account impermanent loss or other risk, or how often are they updated? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one actually. I guess if you're in a pool and you're going to go out of range, Pawtato can give you an alert
Yes,
on
if
your position.
you have to connect your Telegram, I believe.
Yeah. But I think the impermanent loss, you're going to have to understand that yourself because it's reading your wallet, but you know how much you've put into the pool initially. So, for example, if you went in and you said, okay, I'm going to put in, you know, USD, I'm going to put 100 USDC into this pool, and then you get a trigger saying that you're out of range, and you come and check your pool and you have $85 of value in it, then that's kind of on you. You have to then look at that and then think, okay, because also it doesn't know how much yield you've claimed out. I don't think it goes as deep as tracking your claim out, your initial position, and your current value. You've got to track that. I'd suggest just building a simple Excel where when I do concentrated farming, I don't do so much of it at the moment because the market is trash. But I mean, everything's just going down basically. I'm just shorting. So what I do is whenever I open a position, I have an Excel sheet. I put in the position I've opened, and when I claim out my yield, I just make a note of the yield which I'm claiming out. Then when I go out of range, I add the yield I've claimed out to the position. Then I see what the current value is, and then I can figure out if it's a good call to continue in this pool, make another bet or gamble basically on the pool range that I think is going to stay in and continue. If I continue to lose in the pool, then I exit. Then I try find something else which follows the range that I think it's going to move in, right?
And also something I think important they may be confused about is that Pawtato is just a tracker. It's just looking at what's on Turbo. It's just looking at what's on SuiDeX. They're not actually hosting the liquidity themselves. They're just, it's a tracker, a viewer, a portfolio manager.
Can you explain the technical integration process for dApps to add Pawtato's notification bell and what SDKs or AOIs are available for developers? So I'll tell you what I did. To get SuiDeX on Pawtato board, what I did was I went into their Discord and I said, hi, I've made a platform on Sui. So you can see here we come to portfolio. I said, I just went in, I opened a ticket and I said, hi, I have a platform on Sui that I've made. It's audited. Here's the audit, right? Which is important for safety, right? So we're not just cowboys. And these are the integration. This is the integration tools for our platform, right? What I gave them is our GitLab, which is, I'll show you here. So this is our integration GitHub. So it's an overview of SuiDeX, full features, what it is, the architecture, all the factory pair router library math units that farm, the key features, so they can install it install the Sui CLI and then run tests, deploy, and how they can work with our DEX on Pawtato, so they can read it quickly, they can understand it quickly, and they can pull it quickly. So it's kind of on you to make it yourself, in my opinion. So we took a lot of time to create this document so that we can easily show our potential partners how to read SuiDeX, how to involve SuiDeX in whatever they're using.
And so, what it seems like to me is that if it exists on Sui and it is legitimate, they want to be tracking it. Like that seems to be their, premise and their goal is that we want to do
exactly
track everything. Like if it's legit, we're gonna have it. That seems what they want to do.
Exactly, and it's for us. If you're also a developer, Kelvin, it's on you to make your platform and what you're building as readable as possible for other builders. Because it's a bit, because we made that mistake. We thought that we just get picked up, like on EVM. You make something, you put it on Ethereum, and then someone goes on ETHScan and they see it like, oh great, look at that, it's open source, the contract's there. I'm going to pull that. I'm just going to I'm going to add that, I'm going to use that. But on Sui, you need to give them way more information for how to read and understand what you're doing, which is a mistake that we made on launch. But now we've remedied that.
The main bottleneck that makes the SUI network so different is that it is not a chain. There's no single file line. There's no bottleneck. It's everything is an object and it goes in multiple different directions.
Yeah.
So it's totally different how you format everything. It's a lot safer. It's a lot more based on future technology, but it's very different. So it's something that people are still learning how to program in.
Yeah.
Once you get it down, it's really versatile.
And then also from this question, so I'm noticing that it's more aimed towards what a Potato made, which are available for you to use. So again, I would get into their Discord, open up a ticket and explain what you are trying to do, and then ask them for their SDKs. And I'm sure they have a lot. They have their own indexer, essentially.
Also, Richie, if you pull up their website, their documents has its built-in AI where you can ask it questions about all
Yeah.
their features. Their
Good
their
point.
website is really good.
Where's their website? Where's the... Oh, here it is. Here's their docs.
I can
Yeah.
send it to you on Telegram if you don't get
I
it.
found it here. So yeah, you can check here if SDK. Ask Gitbook Assistant.
They have like
Cannot
a
find-
built-in AI on their website and the documents. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the Gitbook Assistant. So it says they can't find SDK in it. So if you can't find it, then you can just join their Discord, join their Telegram, and ask them. Can I talk to someone about I need this? I'm looking for this, and they're really nice people and really fast as well in their response, which is great. If I can afford only NFT heroes they have for sale, what could I do with those heroes? Do you know of recommended province I can patrol with my heroes and see if I can find lucrative items? Okay, well, we'll get to that one as well when we get into the Potato Land. Okay, this will be the last question we're going to answer on the board. In terms of scalability, how is Potato prepared for Sui's potential growth in user base and transaction? I don't know that because I'm not on the Potato team. So we don't know how to answer this one. Okay.
Well, I can say that the developers of the chain itself are pretty bullish on Pawtato Finance. They're very liked by the developers, but
Yeah. So we had some great questions there. I'm getting the feeling a lot of these are AI because we have like strange numbers after each of them with no profile picture. What do you think, Farley?
Probably. If they don't have a
Probably, yeah.
picture,
Yeah. Well, to get the rewards, you need to be in the SuiDeX Telegram. That's important. So we will be announcing the winners of the title and victory prizes at the end of today's stream, of course. To claim your reward, you need to be in the SuiDeX Telegram so that I can find you. Because I'm not going to be able to get your Sui address from a live chat. It's going to filter it, right? You need to come into the SuiDeX Telegram, link in the description for the SuiDeX Telegram, and then I will be able to find people to reward them. So if it is a bot that's just got multiple accounts and just spamming questions, which were good questions, to be honest. Good job on the questions. Then
it cranks the algorithm, hack the algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. Like this human verification is we always want our rewards to go to real people and to varied amounts of different people. So very important on that end. Right, let's get into what happened then with Potato Land's hack, right? There was a hack. Let's get into it, the elephant in the room. So the Potato Land, let's click it. This is the big thing on Potato. Like this is unbelievable.
So a big thing is
that
that the SUI network was not hacked. It was they exploited part of their contract.
Yeah.
The network itself is solid.
Yeah, this is a Potato Land issue, not a SUI issue. So due to a security incident, game functionality is partly disabled. We're working hard to restore everything as soon as possible. Please check their recent tweet explaining the situation and how they're moving forward. So we'll first check out what the game is. Unfortunately, in terms of Potato Land game, you're not going to be able to play the game for about a month. Is the too lazy to understand the situation? When can I play again? It's going to take 1 month until they get back on track with the game, right?
And Richard, remember you do have past video where you showed the whole game on your channel.
I did,
so
yeah.
You can look on your playlist.
So the ways, yeah. So I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm not going to be able to play this for a month. But basically, the way the game works is it started with land, right? You had to purchase land tiles, which then you could stake in the game, and the land earned you resources of wood, stone, water, coal, iron, gold, and crystal. These are all tradable assets. They're all crypto coins. So essentially, you're staking an NFT to earn coins. So they have 7 different coins, all had liquidity pools, all could be traded.
So, Richie, there has been another update since their last one. You can actually patrol with your heroes right now. So they haven't turned off everything, but
Okay,
you can patrol. The heroes are patrolling, but
let's
it's heavily limited.
for
But
clarity though, let's go through the what it is first, so everyone who's not on board understands though, right?
sure.
Telegram access. Telegram is linked in the description of the YouTube video. This very YouTube video. You're just go into the description and you'll find SuiDeX. SuiDeX Telegram. Right. Well, I think it is. Let me check. Let's see. It usually is in there. It should be in there. So yeah, you get your land tiles. From there, you get your land tiles. You earn your resources. From your resources, you could then were allowed to start building tools. So you could build wheelbarrows, handsaws, balls, baskets, banners, carving kits. All these amazing things is what you can use. So for example, I could build a wheelbarrow with wood, iron, and water. I could get wheelbarrow. All of the tools have different bonuses for using the game in terms of either earning more resources or finding rare objects. You then can also build more building materials from your raw resources. So they have a bunch of them here. You can also build consumable perks, which are boosts for your tools and also for your resource production. They then went further ahead and started making a map for how to use your tools. So these are all my tools in action. Each one has a different boost on finding resources and creating items and finding rare items. And then they went into heroes. Okay. And heroes, Furley, what are heroes?
So Heroes came out months it was at least like probably 3 or 4 months after the land tiles. I'm just estimating. Because what they're doing is eventually it's going to be a full-fledged game that's playable. But the way they're doing it is they're rewarding early adopters. They had the land tiles, and they didn't release their whole roadmap. Like when they first made land tiles, nobody knew about the heroes. Those were an addition. So it's kind of like they're just building up this game, because right now it's not the actual like live game itself. It's like this is building the game like infrastructure, and then eventually it will be a game. Like the heroes will be able to fight each other eventually, and you'll be able to build buildings. That's the next step, I believe, is buildings, which you have to have an estate or a province for. You can't build buildings on a single land tile.
Yeah. So that was the next thing that was going to be coming out, I think, was they had like weapons and armor for your heroes, which I don't have any yet, because you have to craft them with the new items, which are the carving kit, anvil. I guess these are for weapons, or you could find the weapons, I think.
So when
For
you
your
go on
heroes.
patrol, you can find small pouches. Because I actually was filming myself opening them when I found a phoenix feather, which is the most rare item in the game. It was pretty cool. But I think the upgrades for the heroes are separate from like the tools. The tools are for the land, and then the heroes have their upgrade things. It's like separate.
Yeah. So as you can see, it gets more and more and more complex, and it's setting up essentially to launch as a fully functioning game, not just in crypto, but in reality, in Web 2 as well. So what happened was they're barreling along, they're playing this. Brett has a question there that's kind of on key for this. If I can afford only NFT heroes they have for sale, what could I do with the heroes? So you can patrol them right now, is what Furley's saying. So I can claim my influence, I guess, from my patrolling. You can buy the heroes, of course, on Tradeport. Yeah, you can still claim influence. When I claim influence, I could get the chance. Oh no, it didn't work. Can't claim it yet.
Yeah, you
You can
can't
buy.
claim your influence, but you can patrol. I'll send you the message that they put out.
Oh, we'll go through. They'll be on their X, right? We'll go through that soon. They
Okay.
have a huge message from yesterday as well. So you can buy the heroes here. Heroes currently the floor price is 7 Sui, which is about $9. And you can choose the heroes. They go all the way up to hundreds of Sui, of course, for more rare heroes. Now, so this was all going along very nicely and continuing to grow and getting ready for each next shift. And this is only a year of work. That all of this we've seen the board, the game, the NFTs, the land, the resources. But unfortunately, we then come to X. We did have a bit of an issue with Potato Land. So let's check out what happened. Happened 2 days ago. So first alert was, unfortunately, our smart contract package was exploited. The attacker was able to generate an admin cap and mint resource tokens. So these same resources we talked about, the gold, silver, gold, the wood, the water, these items were minted out en masse and sold, essentially dumping all of the resources tokens to very low market caps. The Tato coin was unaffected. The NFT, land, heroes, and items, I think, were also unaffected. But it was the
Yes.
tradable liquidity pooled resources which were affected
And also
on
hero
this.
upgrades.
Hero upgrades as well. Okay. They contained the issue by essentially pausing the site, and then they said they'll give further updates. So then they had a big post about what's happening. Shall I read it or just give the TLDR?
It's very long. I actually did do a summary with AI at one point, but
So
it's probably not going to be very understandable to most people. But they're transparent about what happened. Very transparent. So
I guess the important thing is what happens now. It happened. They were exploited. So what happens now? So the last hours proved something again. They said the community is built different. People stayed calm. No one dumped the token. Tato coin did not get affected by this, by the way. It's actually going. It went up in value. Potato team is built on resilience and lightning fast speed. So can we recover? Is their question. They said challenge accepted. Will it take time? Yes. It's going to take, like I said, about a month. Will it take resources? A lot of resources. Will it force major shifts and delays? Yes, it will. Because the entire economy layer was affected, we're not here to fold, we're here to rebuild. So they're going to accelerate their strategy. They said before that they wanted to be going into Web 2.5, not to abandon Web 3, but to break out of the bubble of SUI, essentially, and build something that's usable by anyone, even non-crypto players. That
so the
incident.
statement was about the overall thing. Heroes can now again discover items which are created on the Web 2 side and not related to the tainted Web 3 ones.
Oh,
Is
okay.
what they said exactly.
So we will take a historical snapshot of all tokens, all tool NFTs, before the first known hacker action, and they're going to roll it back, essentially, right? Which is a good thing. Land, Heroes, and Tato will remain on Web 3. Everything else is going to Web 2. Wow. So we can rebuild an economy cleanly and make the system scalable, usable, and stable. So all current existing resource tokens will be discontinued. Tato is unaffected. So resource tokens, as in I was showing you, the water, wood, stone, they're discontinued. They don't exist anymore. Forget about them, right? And new resources will be created and all holdings will be reset. So if you had wood before, you're going to get wood on Web 2. Do not buy any tool NFTs as those will become worthless. New tools will be created. So don't go trying to sweep the marketplace now for Tato tools. You could get heroes, of course, sweep the heroes, but the tools on
Heroes and land
Tradeport,
tiles are
yeah,
safe.
all these tools, they are now worth zero. All these tools here. So all these hundreds, 56,000 tools, all useless now. So people should not be buying these. I don't know why they still are. They're still bidding.
And it says about patrolling, you can find assets, but they are not tradable yet.
Yeah.
So you can just find stuff, but you can't do anything with it yet.
So this isn't going to be soft. It's going to be smart. Web 2 unlocks real usability, multi-chain options. So they're going to be going on to other chains, not just Sui. Scholarship, account systems, faster development speed, and most importantly, a more robust system that isn't vulnerable to exploits. It's going to go from crypto native to mass market. The center of the rebuild are two pillars: order book exchange, powered by Tato. Interesting. Proper bridge between Web 3 and Web 2. So Tato, for me, is the buy here, in my opinion. On all of these changes, this is a big buy signal for me to grab more Tato. The fact that it's not paired with Sui in liquidity, and that they're now speeding up their building towards a Web 2 and multi-chain makes me think that Tato might be an absolute flyer. Because I love Sui, but Sui is really hurting right now with not only the overall market, but also lack of mind share is something I'd say for Sui right now. It doesn't have the mind share that it had a year ago. So by breaking into Web 2 and going multi-chain, it's a very good thing for Tato Coin, I think, to do. Those were planned later. They're not mandatory. The shift will push back other parts of the 2026 roadmap. What it means in practice: tribal conflicts, fighting with other tribes, and land placement will be delayed. They're going all in and getting back online, and they think it's going to take 1 month to rebuild everything. So that's the other update. And then the last update was the one you mentioned, Furley, which is about roaming. I don't see that one on the...
Well, also, it was on it's in their Telegram and their Discord. Also, about any loss of funds, they plan on full compensation. I actually looked at the person's wallet. It wasn't even a huge, like, it's a big amount for people, but it's not, too much for them to handle. And they plan on doing full reimbursement. Like, I don't want to give a number, but it wasn't devastating. And they have somewhere on their post there that they plan on doing a full reimbursement. It's going to be a little hard to do that, but they plan on 100% reimbursement, but they're still figuring it out because it's still fresh. So, they're still investigating.
Which of these invites do you want me to pin to the description?
Oh,
they're both the same.
Either one,
actually. Yeah. Okay, join Pawtato Land with Furley's link. I'm going to send the link. And
I guess the most recent one, because it's meant for Telegram, and then the one I sent first is meant for anywhere except Telegram.
Cool. Saved in the link. Okay, so here's a story from the Telegram about the heroes. So this will be the last part of the Pawtato Land story. And then we're going to get into other things. We did highlight a period of 1 month to be back online with the major rebuild, but that does not mean that nothing happens in that duration. We're already starting. Hero patrol discoveries are up again. Heroes can now again discover items which are already created on the Web 2 side and not related to the tainted Web 3 ones. These guys are so fast, man. These assets are not yet tradable, but will be back on the bazaar. Also, small pouches cannot be opened as of now, but functionality will also be enabled again very soon. The backpack now hides the items affected by the exploit. They are not gone, as they will be restored from the snapshot in the coming weeks. Right now, the backpack will show Tato, X-Tato, and the newly gained items from Patrol. The boosted Patrol X-Tato power-up works as intended. Okay, so let's go back to Pawtato Finance, and let's check out that. And then we can get to Brett's question about what to do with his Tato. Tato. So now my backpack only shows my Tato and my X-Tato. That's it. Okay. So what this means then is you need to go on patrol. To be honest, right, I have, I have a fragment of what did I get? I have the tool, the sonic runic resonator. I have one, right? But I've never managed to find anything in patrolling. Have you ever found anything patrolling, Verley?
Yeah, I did. I actually, that's what I was filming myself opening these pouches that I found, because
is that what you found? I had like 3 of them. Maybe I did find stuff then.
You get an alert, and you only have a half an hour to an hour or half an hour to open it, and if you don't, it goes away. So that's why it's good to connect your Telegram.
Okay.
But also, I think one thing that's really important is that the Pawtato Land is totally separate from the wallet app and everything that we were discussing earlier. None of that was affected at all. Like this is just the game only. It has nothing to do
Yeah.
with their wallet tracking app. That is totally fine.
So, for example, if I had a new hero, I could send them on patrol. Let's try out their let's do this in action. So Brett's asking if you were to get into this today and you wanted to patrol a new hero, then what could you do? So let's do the buyer journey, right? So first I'll get some Sui. Let's buy a hero, right? And then we're going to see what we can do with the hero right now and how to find someone that might find you lots of items, right? Is what he's looking for. I myself, I have a bunch of items, but I'm not a massive kingdom. There are huge players in this, and a lot of people would like to, I guess, patrol with them. So we come first to buy ourselves some heroes. So we go to trade port, right? We go to heroes. Where are they? Potato Land heroes, right? We want to buy a hero. There are different kinds of heroes. Um, doesn't really matter at
So
the
about
moment.
the heroes, the ones that are more expensive, that is purely for aesthetics. They don't affect the game usage because I
Okay.
got one that was very rare and I sold it when I minted it because I looked and I'm like, oh, it doesn't affect the game stats. It's just for the rarity of the NFT. So I sold
Well,
it. So that's
I
why
like
there's
the
different
look of this
prices,
guy.
but they all start off the same.
This guy looks good. I'll get him. Right. So I'll buy this hero. So it's going to cost me 8.8 Sui, which is what, $15? Something like that. We're just checking. Yeah, the Sui purchase and NFT trading on the heroes is completely working. Absolutely no problem. Right. So I have the hero. Done. Then my new hero is going to pop up in here. Hopefully. Yep, here he is. Okay. Valerius Newgate. So now I need to decide what to do. I could send this hero. Is this sending as in sending? Oh no, I don't want to send them.
So if you don't have a land, if you don't have land tiles or estates or provinces, you can't patrol unless you choose somebody else's land to patrol on.
Yeah. So my problem is that of course I have a province, so he's probably just going to patrol my land.
I
But I
patrol
can't
your lands because you have better land than me, and that's
land.
where I found my pouch with the phoenix feather in it. Was on your land.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But the problem is, see, I've bought this guy, but following your telegram, it says heroes can now again discover items which are not already created. But you can't. I don't think you can send new heroes yet because I'm trying to send this newly bought hero on a patrol, but is the wallet is not allowing it. So I
Okay,
don't.
yeah. So it doesn't actually say that you can launch new patrols, but the ones that have already been
Yeah,
patrolling can still find things.
exactly. But once the game is going again, just to answer your question, Brett, if you want to find who to patrol on, come to leaderboard, which is this big cup here, and you just want to find the big ones. So, for example, this guy Ever, I know I've seen him on Twitter. What he does is when he finds a lot of items. He has 729 heroes, which is a lot. So you just find his wallet or and try and stake to or find his land, sorry, and stake to his land. And then when he finds things, because he has so many people patrolling his land, he airdrops people continuously. But again, the problem is that with so many heroes on his land and so many people doing it, how can you guarantee that you are going to be one of the people being gifted? You need to be like online
That
engaging with his
I
X
would say
account.
that their Discord for sure. They have a whole topic. They have a room specifically for doing that. They
Yeah.
point people towards their Discord more than anything else.
Okay.
So they're very much about it.
Yeah, I'd take Furley's advice then, because I'm just being random here. I'm just saying like, okay, this guy has a lot of guys, so then why not just go for him? But yeah, maybe go on the Discord and talk to people and join the community more, then you'll be able to find
I
them.
would roam Richie's land. It's pretty good, and I found a phoenix feather on it, so it's working.
Nice. Roam my land. My land is called Silverfield. Is my land. Your land is my land. Du-du-du. Yeah, Silverfield is my land. Okay, Can we patrol your province? Can we purchase hero gear from you if you're crafting a month from now? Yes, I will be crafting. I'm still trying to get the all of these kits because these are annoyingly expensive. You need like Dawnstone, which is like $70 to get 3 Dawnstones. 25 crystal is about $50. So like to be a pro Potato Land player, you need big pockets. Gotta say, gotta say.
Yeah,
Um,
there's people that have spent like probably 20, 30,000, $40,000 on their.
yeah. And will there be a way to win gear for heroes or Tato with SuiDeX games? Yeah, well, actually, my plan was for SuiDeX games. So we had a question about SuiDeX games up here as well. Will you be giving a brief update on SuiDeX games, development process, and when might the beta testing take
100%.
place? Yeah, so my plan actually was for SuiDeX games to add, annoying, this always happens in crypto, right? We launch on Potato Board, they get exploited. We're about to launch
Oh, that's what I
SuiDeX
was saying,
games.
Richie. Their wallet tracking app was not affected. The land tiles is a separate thing. It is that's called Potato Land.
I
Their
know, I know.
wallet tracker, that's totally separate. That wasn't even affected at all.
That's just market stuff, though, right? Like we launch SuiDeX, the market falls
Yeah, I
into
know.
bear
It's
market.
like
We
I
get on
found the
Sui.
most expensive item in the game worth $450, and I could have sold it right away, but I put it in the bazaar, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's all right. They're gonna
Yeah,
take care of
exactly.
it though.
Yeah, like continue happens, right? You're like, oh yes, I got. Oh no, this is called bear market, right? Every time you think you're getting somewhere, you get hit back down. But anyway, the plan was to put Potato Land NFTs in here, like heroes, land, items, and stuff, also in the wheel. But because the game's on pause, we can put Tato coin, but we're gonna have to get more creative with other prizes. In terms of the rollout for this, a question from Honest Entrepreneur. I'm waiting for the thumbs up from Moshin, who is the one who is going forward with this. He did tell me yesterday that he'd be ready, but he said he needs a couple more days. So expect over the weekend for the beta launch to happen. Is essentially what he told me. So let's say it on the weekend. Also, I told him like because developers need paid, and I told him you're not getting paid until beta launches. So it's on his. It's also like his best intention to get beta launch because otherwise he's not going to get any money, and money talks. So that's what's happening. So beta launch this weekend, hopefully. Don't hold me to it, but that's my plan. Beta launch will be an open invitation for people who are looking to try it out and earn by trying it out to get on board with SuiDeX games so that we want to really stress test it basically the whole throughput of how we're going to be rewarding people for playing SuiDeX games.
And
So
I
the
think
more
it's
people
important
joining beta, the
to point
better.
out that the Dex is a separate website than the game because the SuiDeX is totally live, operating, and has dual defense, hack and proof,
Yeah.
seal of approval, the gold star, the
So
platinum audit firm.
yeah. So in terms of so SuiDeX games, so SuiDeX is audited with Hack and Proof, and also through Spywolf. We have double audited, and we audited through Hack and Proof twice, right? So that's this is our project now. We're going to move into talk about SuiDeX now. So SuiDeX is on Sui. It's a Dex on Sui. You can trade back and forth tokens. You can yield farm, and soon you can game as well for boosted rewards and for more gamified experiences on Sui. There at the moment is no affiliate link for SuiDeX, but SuiDeX games will have a referral system, which is going to be 10% of your friends' winnings forever, right? So that's also a great way to get people signed up to it. We are, as we said, we're audited. We're going to get the potato integration up here as well, coming soon.
And Hack and Proof has been around for 8 years. They actually audit the Sui network itself as an ongoing white hat, bounty hunter thing. And CDIS protocol use them. They're very prestige, and I believe we were the first project on Sui to get their dual defense layer. So it's like a double layer protection. It is the gold standard. You can't get more secure than what that is. It's the only one that's recognized officially by the foundation as well.
You're sounding a bit robotic, Furley, but I don't know if it's me or you. Oh no, I need to update my VPN. Let me get this sorted. I'm having a VPN shutdown again.
Okay. So, chat, do you hear me okay, or do I sound like a robot?
Always with the
Brett,
VPNs, man.
is
Yeah.
Brett available?
Oh, you're clear now.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I was just saying how hack and proof is like the gold standard. It's the only one recognized by the SUI Foundation. It is they are 8 years in the making. They do other chains as well. They're very prestige. So the dual defense seal of approval is really important because security matters obviously because we just saw that. So we have the 3 smart contracts have been scrutinized. White hat hackers have been given bounty to find any bugs, and there is none. So it is safe, but always DYOR.
Yeah, always. It's DeFi. DeFi is extremely risky, and you need to own your risk always. In terms of like, let's show some proof. So we have audits. Bounty was the one. Oop, going back. Bounty.
I'll send it to you on the Telegram. I have them in my clipboard. I show them often.
So the SuiDeX games it's launching as an add-on to the farm. The way it's going to work is right. So for example, come to farm, right? I want to go into a pool. So say we want to go into the Sui Victory pool. I'm going to need Sui Coin of Victory. To be honest, I'd prefer probably Victory USDC or Wrap Bitcoin Victory because Sui is taking a giant dump at the moment. But anyway, so we decide to go to the pool. So we say, okay, let's go into Victory USDC pool. I would need USDC in Victory. So we'll do that. Actually, let's go to the Bitcoin pool because I have both those assets. So I come back to SuiDeX. I want to make a pool with Victory and Bitcoin. So I come here to add liquidity. I'm making a 50-50 pool. This is 50% sided on Bitcoin, 50% sided on Victory. I go max with the Bitcoin and it will be 20,000 Victory, which I have. Okay. So I make this liquidity token, making an LP token. This is going to be in the DEX. It's going to be earning the trading fees that happen on SuiDeX, but you also have the option to stake that liquidity into Sui Farm. So you come here, and then I come to this Wrap Bitcoin Victory to get victory rewards, right? This is me getting victory rewards from the pool. When I stake in here, what's going to happen with the launch, a mainnet launch of SuiDeX games, is you're going to be able to get extra spins and tickets for the SuiDeX games by engaging with the farm. For beta launch, we're just going to be giving people tickets so that they can try it out and try and swamp it, basically. We want as many players as possible. But I'm going to take this, $75, we put it into the pool, right? When we're on mainnet, what will happen is I'll go in the pool here, boom. You're going to get a pop-up saying, you just won tickets for SuiDeX games. Go over to SuiDeX Games. So SuiDeX Games is not going to exist on the SuiDeX site because we need to be super secure. It's actually going to be Web 2 based and it's going to run on SuiDeX Games website. So what does that mean? It means that you're never engaging your wallet in SuiDeX Games. It's completely walletless. It's just reading your wallet, reading your tickets to then allow you to play the game. When you win, so for example, I'll sign in here. You only need to sign in. That's it. Let me refresh that. You just need to sign in to play. Nothing more.
And a good practice for everybody is always when you get the transaction and it says like what you're going to do, read what it says. Make sure it just says sign and not like transfer everything over because that's a lot of mistake people make that, they get run for a scam. They think they're just signing, but they're actually signing away their whole wallet. So you got to read it carefully and check it if you're, still learning stuff.
So because I staked into the pool with my balance, I then say they give me one spin, right? So then I get my spin. I spin the wheel. The wheel will spin. And it will land on my prize for this time of compounding in. I didn't get a prize, but imagine I got 2 tickets. I'm like, okay, I got another chance to spin, right? Because each ticket is another spin of the wheel. Oh, we got none again. Spin again. Don't worry, there are prizes.
If they check out last week's stream or last
Yeah.
Tuesday, the very last live on your
Okay.
playlist, the games were displayed.
Yeah, exactly. So then we got $20 here, right? So I got $20 of victory. It's going to be locked for 1 week in the victory locker, which means I'm going to earn victory on my $20 of victory, 7,000 victory, for example. And then it's going to be, it says here within 48 hours because you don't need to do anything. You don't need to move. You don't need to make a transaction. The victory is going to be airdropped to you by me, right? So you can share then once you've won. Share, right? When you share, it's going to give you your referral link. It's going to go over to X, and then you can share that on X, share it on Telegram. If other people join to SuiDeX games, they're going to have the option to buy tickets if they want. So they can buy tickets with Sui and USDC to play other games. We're launching with the wheel, but soon after launching with the wheel, we will be coming up with a victory lottery and prediction game as well, which is going to be up for testing very soon too. So this hopefully beta launch will be this weekend. Beta launch will involve people just saying, yeah, I'm up for it. Let me get in. We're going to give you all a bunch of tickets and you're going to try break it, essentially. For participating in beta, we will be rewarding you with prizes, of course, because not the prizes you win. We could lower down the rate of the prizes and then reward you those prizes, actually. That might be more fun.
And Richie,
So,
there are people asking about the leaderboard, and I also sent you the 2 links to the audits that we have in your Telegram.
yeah. Leaderboard is ready for action. Let me get to the test. So this is our test site. Test decks, sorry. Test decks.
And there's also a restake award.
Yeah, that's running now, yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Leaderboard. So leaderboard is coming as well. This is going to be another game which we're launching on the SuiDeX. This is going to be the SuiDeX leaderboard competition. What's happening here? This is already running through our indexer. It's filtering the 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, and all time volume and trading on SuiDeX. The trading we still need to work on, but the volume is the most important thing for what we want to start is a SuiDeX volume competition. So we'll be tracking all wallets who are using SuiDeX, tracking their volume in set period kind of seasons, right? Volume season 1, volume season 2. The higher the volume you have, then the more points you get. There's also going to be multipliers for daily check-in, for buying victory. You're going to get a multiplier if you buy victory, and other things, also profit and loss. If you have a profitable account, like this guy here's volume and profit. He's managed to make profit even this week. I don't know how he did that. Epic trader. That's mad. Then it's also going to give you multipliers if you're in profit as well. And this will run, I think the seasons are going to be about 1 month seasons. At the end of the seasons, we're going to have big prizes for this as well. So these are the 2 things we've been working on the side. This will be integrated into SuiDeX. SuiDeX games will be Web 2, work on your phone without internet connection. And we'll also work on desktop as well without needing you to use your wallet for making any transactions. You just need to sign in as well.
And hopefully we'll have some badges and things that people can earn, like, little awards that they get permanently. Like, you've earned this much, you get this label or something. I think people like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for SuiDeX games, we have a whole badge system, which is already ready to go out. Let me find it. Where's the badges? I lost the badges. Oh, documentation.
And would you say we're open to, ideas of expansion? Like, it's not set in stone.
Oh, yeah.
Where we're going to go. It's like,
we are very much open for anyone with ideas of what they want to get going. Then definitely. Badges are here, but we had the full list of badges. Where are they?
So I'd say that's one of the best reasons why it's good that the site for the games is separate from the actual decks, because we don't have to worry about contamination or crossover exploitation possibilities. They're separated completely.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the badge system here. So it's for spins, earning, wins, referrals, commissions, activity, social activity, and special activity. It's all the badges that you can win on your SuiDeX Games account. And of course, these badges will lead to future money as well, future airdrops as
Nice.
well. Yeah, so that's SuiDeX Games. But apart from that, I mean, like I've been bearish all week. If we zoom out on the market, right? Let's go look at Sui. I don't want to look at Sui today. I mean, my buy zone for Sui, as I've been saying for months, is about 60 cents is where I would consider purchasing Sui for the next bull run. And we're not there yet. We're continuing to actually, Sui's showing strong support on the $1.30. It's hit it once, twice, thrice, four times now, hitting the $1.30 line. So this is historical support now for Sui. If $1.30 does break, which it is flirting with today, it's tried it twice in the last 2 hours to, 12 hours to break under 130. If it does break under 130, we are going to tumble lower into this terrible massacre of a bear run. So while that's all going on, that's why we're shifting gears into the SuiDeX game. It's incredibly hard to hold token value when the main token is threatening to tumble. Unfortunately, but that's a bear market, right? That is what happens.
That's a good
You
thing.
can't.
There's stable coins like USDC, always the
Yeah,
same price.
they are, but then look at stablecoins. I mean, USDC lost, well, the dollar lost what, 5% of its value last week.
Yeah,
We're
it's
fucked.
until we're not, and then all of a sudden it's like, yay, we're celebrating and having a party again. It's a wild ride of the
Yeah,
cryptocurrency.
yeah, it is. Well, that's not even crypto. That's just your fiat currency. That's the dollars, the green money that's sitting in your drawer. Like that's all. And then not just the dollar. People just think, oh, the news was, oh, the dollar's losing value. The dollar's losing value. That's why gold's running. Dollar, euro, pound, yen, yuan, they're all losing value.
Because you can print more money. You can always print more money. You can print more yen and all those things.
Yeah,
Bitcoin, you cannot make more of them. Sui, you cannot make more of them. It's a finite supply. That's the
yeah,
good thing about cryptocurrency. It has a deflationary mechanism built into it.
yeah. Just as Sui is hitting on the 130 on the door and seeing if it's going to come down or not, Bitcoin has now twice hit the 80,500 line. So the first time was on the 22nd, in 2025. Okay. So this is the lowest that Bitcoin's been since November, right? So we almost got out of that huge bear market point. Um,
Well, what makes it kind of strange is like it hit its all-time high like less than 6 months ago.
yeah, well, that's the bear market usually lasts 1 year. I mean, we go back, right?
Because in like the end of 2024, it was like $38,000, something like that.
So we see, like I talk about this a lot, but no, I still think it's going to happen. So this is the 70-day bounce from the 2021 bull run. You can see from, if we just take a measure from bottom to, so this is the bounce. So it went down the first horrible collapse, which would be the same of us going down from 126 all the way down to 82, right? Was the big collapse. Ah. So this one was from 67 all the way down to 34, right? So 50% down. From that point, the way to the floor, the route to the floor. Oh, let me draw that again. The route
So
to the
Richie,
floor from
I
there
know a lot of people are interested
was
in reading these things. Like, what are
12
those
months.
what do those lines represent? Like, how do you do this analysis? I know a lot of people are mystified
Sure.
by this.
Well, the first thing to notice is from here to here, right? So this is from the collapse of the 2021 bull run. It went down 50%. Then we bounced From the point where it collapsed, the 50%, and then began bouncing to the market bottom was 12 months, right? And then we had a bear market, which was the floor of basically Bitcoin for another 12 months, over a year, 13 months, right? For the bear market bottom, right? What we've done now with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin repeats itself, we went down from the all-time high to the floor, which was 30% down, not 50, so it wasn't as bad. And then we've had the bounce, which has now lasted the same amount of time, which is half, is 70 days, yeah. So it means that we need another year, we need another 8 months to come down to the floor. So it's going to take a while. Like this is going to chop down, slowly grind into max pain. So we just max pain it up until finally everyone's like, I can't do it anymore. Sui is 60 cents. I've lost everything. All my bags are zero, right? And then finally everything just sits on the bottom for a while and people start to recover their DCA back into the tokens they like. They're not getting massive pumps on all tokens, but there of course are some winners. And then finally we will come back into the next bull market. So just doing the same cycle again. For these lines, this white line is historical resistance for Bitcoin. So let me remove this. This is the 2024 pump when we hit 100K in 2024. Then we bounced down, right? And we hit this 77,000, right? This is very important because this was the bounce from the first push of the earlier bull run. Below that is the resistance of the last bull run, right? So this is sitting around about 54. This is another huge resistance line. So these are ones you really need to watch for. We have this here and we're coming into it right now. We're about to come and test this 77,000. If we lose 77,000, then it's going to free fall into 50,000, right? But that will take months, right? This is a slow, horrible bleed and grind where people give up. They just move on to other things. They get new hobbies. And while all this is happening, all you need to do is just continue to DCA into coins that you think are going to do well next season, next run. Do I think Tato is a good buy? Looks like it for what they're doing. You're basically betting on the team. You're investing in Tato team that you think that they have what it takes to make a great product that other people want to use. Should you buy more Bitcoin? Yes, you should. Now is kind of, even though you think maybe I think Bitcoin is going lower, I still buy Bitcoin every week, right? Because if it keeps going lower, that means I can buy more Bitcoin every week. And I know that it's not going to go to zero. So it's just continue to buy DCA into the asset now. I'd rather buy it now than when it was 125,000, right? I'd rather buy it at 60 or 50,000, of course. But 82,000 is a great buy for Bitcoin. Sui,
a
I'm
good way
waiting.
to think about it for that seems to help a lot of people understand it is no matter what the price says, it doesn't affect how many coins you have. Just keep stacking the coins and look how many coins you have instead of paying attention to the price. Just make your coins keep stacking. And then when the
Yeah,
price catches up, you'll be happy.
yeah. This is from last week. So last week we were this blue line. This is where Sui was last week when we were doing the stream, right? And it's, I said it was either going to, tumble or go up. It had to do something. It couldn't just keep this line. And it's decided to tumble again. It's really like, so my buy area for Sui is way down. I will buy when Sui gets to 60 cents. Here. This is my buy zone. I
Yeah,
think we will get it.
I'm ready to give my bullish technical analysis as far as why I am bullish on it. As far as the use cases and what the developers are doing. Whenever, if you want, when you're
Yeah, sure.
done with that.
But like, notice I'm saying buy zone, not sell zone, right? Like I'm looking to buy more Sui, but I want it there. I want it at the lowest possible price, basically for Sui. For Bitcoin, I just want it all the time because we know historically Bitcoin is able to come out of a bear market and go back into a bull market. It's done it 4 times. It is able to do it. It will do it. It's not set in stone. Nothing is with crypto. But with Sui, we
So,
need to
I
see if
mean,
Sui is going to
one
be able to do it, right? So I'd rather get it at the cheapest possible price rather than add
one
more risk.
important fact about Bitcoin is that out of all the coins in cryptocurrency, there's thousands of them, right? So Bitcoin has half of the share of all of the cryptocurrency
Yeah,
real estate. That is huge. It's like 3 trillion or some huge number.
yeah.
Uh, and Ethereum, like second place, is like 4%, and Bitcoin is usually around 50%. And then after Ethereum, it's like 1% and lower. So Bitcoin is the monster of all cryptocurrency for anybody that's still learning.
Yeah, yeah. But if you think about it here, like going down to 60 cents sounds awful, right? Oh my God, it could be awful. But we've already come down 75% on Sui from all-time high, right? We're already down 75%. To go from here to 60 cents is only going to go down another 40%. So it's not as bad as what we've already suffered. So, so this, when you think it can't get any worse, it gets worse. That's the bear market. It's going to test your metal. It's going to test your long-term vision on what you think has value, right? And what you think is going to make you. If people who just hodl, and a lot of people do, they just close their computer, they go and do something else for a year, they come back and their coins are back up in profit, right? Not for all projects, but I think Sui will come back up. I'm gambling on Sui. I'm betting on Sui. I'm investing in Sui. So it's
That I'm sure of.
you know
The future of Sui, that I'm positive of. The price, I can't predict it, but they're a staple of artificial intelligence. Um, Even Google, right? Google, the monster company, they paired with Sui for their agentic payments, their A2P payments, and also Swarm Network is an official fact checking verification of Google. It's actually on their documents now. It's not just on that one post that was made. You can actually go into Google and find Swarm Network as one of their fact checking mechanisms. And what they're doing is they're building the next substrate for AI agents to operate on, because SUI has a storage layer called Walrus Protocol and a finality speed of sub-second. It's 390 milliseconds instant finality. For AI agents to function, they need to be able to store information, share information, and they can do that on the SUI chain because they're building it specifically for that purpose. And the Walrus storage layer is how they save stuff and retrieve information and share information. And they're going to build the S2 stack, as they call it, and you won't be able to see everybody's transactions. The liquidity pools, the stuff that need to be visible will be, but it won't be so like not everyone can see what you're doing. They're going to make it private by default and compliant when necessary with the view key. And there will be gasless stablecoins with USD SUI, but they're still building this, and that is their plan. And if you believe AI will be a part of the future, I believe SUI Network's one of the only networks that's prepared to handle on-chain AI agents. It's they're basically building it, and they don't care about the price. They're more of a build it. If we build it, they will come, because the technology really solves a lot of problems, and it has a lot of stuff about it that people just ignore. They just see another L1, but it really is very special and different. Mark Zuckerberg paid billions of dollars for this team to build Move Language and for their project, but it didn't work out, so they made Sui.
Google would be a great addition to Sui. Yeah.
Yeah, it already
Yeah.
is. They've already made the deal. It's the Google A2P, the agentic payments system.
Yeah. Question from Brett Prince on this red day. I'm just looking at the overall market here. We have gold has come down 6.4% today. Great buy. Absolute epic. Like yesterday, we're sitting at we're down 7%. 7% on gold. The silver, which has been pumping all week, has crashed. Silver crash down 7%. We have so the whole market. We come into stocks. MicroStrategy down massively, actually, up 10% down on MicroStrategy. So if you're Michael Saylor, permabull, you're
Well,
down
their
10%.
whole business is Bitcoin, so it's pretty much just like a picture. Bitcoin's
Yeah,
down, strategy goes down.
yeah. S&P was down massively as well, but I think it bounced. So it wasn't just a Bitcoin fall. It's there's a lot of other reasons. If we get into big reasons, because we have a question from Brett, is there a world in which we can long from here for another leg up? So I'll just come to my other X account. I bookmark some stuff, some news. So first one, the crypto market structure bill passed because of Republicans, as every Democrat voted no. So this crypto market structure bill is something that a lot of Bitcoin bulls are putting their bet on, that it's going to recover the Bitcoin price and the DeFi price, right? The chairman just called the roll and confirmed the bill passes and will be reported. Crypto regulation is no longer a debate. It is actively being written into US law. So for some reason, this is bullish. I don't know why, to be honest. The US Senate committee has just passed the crypto market structure bill. The bill will give CFTC primary authority to regulate Bitcoin, treated as a commodity, not a security. Next step is full Senate vote, House coordination, and President Trump's signature, which he's already agreed to do. So this is something that Trump really wants to do.
So, like, basically, to simplify that, is that what's going to happen is it's going to allow like institutions, like big companies, able to interact with these things without having to worry about getting sued and shut down and destroyed by regulation. It's loosening the regulations for big businesses to operate and use cryptocurrency as part of actual finance instead of being magic internet money. They're making it
Yeah.
like official and not like attacking it like they were with the SEC before with like XRP or Ripple and XRP or whatnot. They're backing off. There's going to be things that are set in stone, like these can't be touched. Just a lot more freedom and less regulation is mainly what it is.
But of course, the worrying thing there is that 100% of Democrats voted no. With midterms coming up, well, government shutdown, midterms, this bill might not get through. Still, it's not 100% sorted that this is actually going to happen. If say this is going to be, and this is going to take a long time. This is 3-4 months in the making, right? Until possibly it might get to
That
Trump's desk, and then he's going to sign it, right? At
that
any point,
particular one is separate than the major one, I believe.
yeah, this isn't the Genius Act. It's a different one, right?
There was a
What?
snowstorm and they delayed their meeting. There was too much snow where they were going to do that, and it got delayed.
Yeah, but what it means is there's so many pitfalls that could happen with this bill, that if anything goes wrong or gets delayed, every time it gets delayed, Bitcoin's gonna drop, because apparently we're putting all our hopes and dreams on government signage for the future of Bitcoin,
Well,
which
one thing I tell
just
people
doesn't make
is,
sense.
Trump and his family, like all of his family, his brothers, his son, they have so much money invested in cryptocurrency, like massive amounts of money, that I don't think they're going to, push towards anything that's going to affect the market. I have a feeling like it's going to look bearish, and all of a sudden he's going to make an announcement and be like, "Oh, look at this now," and everyone's going to dive back in because there's so many things where you see, oh, Trump tweeted something on Truth Social, and then it's like you see direct effect on the network, on all the coins, all the layer ones.
Yeah.
So,
So we
it's
have
pretty tricky.
it needs to pass the House, it needs to pass the Senate before it gets to Trump, right? So if the midterms are bad for the Republicans, then it won't make it, right? Is the risk that's we're looking at here with Bitcoin. If this fails to make it through, that will be one of the calls for the final leg down, right? For Last cycle we had FTX and we had Luna, completely disastrous, huge rugs and exploits and theft, and that's what tumbled Bitcoin down to 15,000. Right, that was the virus. For this bear market, we need the story. What is the narrative that's going to crush the price of Bitcoin down to the lowest possible price it can be at? And I think it's probably going
There's
to be
another
linked
big
to,
catalyst is the Fed chair. You know, Jerome Powell.
yeah,
It's going to a new person that is very bullish on crypto. That's going to be a huge deal when that actually changes, because it's still Jerome Powell right now,
yeah,
but Trump is still choosing, I believe. And there's, if you go to Polymarket, you can probably see the odds on of who's going to actually take it. But
yeah,
once Jerome Powell's out, that's going to be a big deal, because the rate cuts are a big, factor in crypto. And I believe it was like in the last few days when they did the rate cut, there was no reduction. It was kept the way it was, and that dropped everything.
yeah. And other news: Senate killed the bill to keep the government open. It was a 56 to 54 vote, which is not that close. Dems tied it to DHS funding, but some Republicans voted no too. Shutdown 2.0 hits tomorrow at midnight if nothing changes. So you have 1 day left to fix this. Brett says, don't forget about the future prediction market coming to Sui. Like, I would love to predict if the US government shutdown will happen on Saturday. Would be funny if it did. We did pump for 10 days. Yeah.
There is prediction markets coming to Sui, but it is still kind of a low key. But I can tell you that it is happening. It's not completely like, you can find that they're doing it, but they're not fully advertising it yet. And it's cool because Swarm Network and Talus are both going to be involved in it.
Yeah. But so that's the news. Again, all news linked to crypto seems to just be U.S. government news, which is it's getting ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah, it sucks. So it's like,
It does suck, man. Because I mean, even if these bills pass, that means a tax on Bitcoin, more eyes on what you're doing with your Bitcoin. Like, this shouldn't be the aim. We shouldn't be looking for this to pump the price. It should be.
an issue that I see is that cryptocurrency is worldwide. It's all over the world. But what people see in other countries, like what they get on the news and stuff, what they're allowed to see, gives them a blurred picture, like a fake reality. Like, they're not actually reporting real things to make it sound a lot more scary than it is. They go for shock value, and people panic and sell, and it's like, it's not as bad as a lot of world news places like make it out to be. It's really not as scary. Things are actually going pretty well, but everyone wants to say everything's burning down, but it's actually pretty decent. Did you freeze, Richie? You look frozen.
No, my Wi-Fi is dying again. My God, good God. We were supposed to have the crypto arborist, Peter, but I think he's busy throwing beads
He's
around.
always having tree emergencies. He's got so much liquidity. He's got tree arbiter issues.
Mardi Gras. Oh, there you're back.
Yeah, I was saying you were frozen for a minute, so I think I was here the whole time.
Nice. What were you saying?
Oh, just I was saying how you're frozen, and
Okay.
is Brett in the audience? Can we get a check of who's freezing, who's going out? I know Brett's on top of it.
So we need to choose some winners for this. So let's get them.
Okay.
Nicholas, I've got 3 so far. We've got Brett Prince. We've got Anthony E3B Success. We have Nicholas Isco. Just writing them down.
Oh, someone's trying to get you to pay for more viewers. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, they're annoying.
No
Any other
freezes at the moment.
questions?
All clear audio. Right on, Brett.
We have Dakota. with a question? Dakota.
I think it's good to mention that 80% of the fees from the
With
farm go
Ben.
back to the community.
Oh, and SuiDeX. Yeah, that's true. 80% of all fees in SuiDeX go back to the community. That's right. We
Because
have Ben.
I always try
We
and
have
consider
Dakota.
people that are seeing this for the first time, like if they don't have the baseline of what's going on, trying to
Yeah, we have
rehat
Okoro,
like a TLDR of SuiDeX.
Okoro Benjamin. Benjamin. 5486. I'm just putting together the winners.
And the Telegram is on the SuiDeX.org website, the link there.
Yep, it's in the link of this description, or if you're watching on X, you can find it in the link for basically it's on the Telegram is on the website and the website is linked on the X.
SuiDeX HQ
That's
on
right.
X.
That's right. And I put it here actually. SuiDeX HQ on Telegram as well. Um, Anthony, yeah. So we have Brett Prince, Anthony, Nicholas, Dakota, Ben, and Okoro Benjamin. You are going to be rewarded with some victory and Tato coins. So definitely get into the Telegram. I'm going to post it in the Telegram now who the winners are so that I can collect your addresses and send you some rewards for your participation in today's stream where we cover Potato Board. So it seems like Friday is always or Thursday for you, Thursday evening for you, Friday morning for me is always a dump day, right?
Yeah, this was some bad timing. I'll tell you
Oh yeah,
more
man.
than one thing, but it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, we're here every week, so market's going to do what market's going to do. We just have to keep building
I've been
out
doing this
and
for
making.
14 months straight, just on this network and other work from home stuff. There is a lot of opportunity to work from home. Like, you know, that's like a whole separate show, but there's a lot of ways you can make money from your house, and you don't even have to talk to anybody. You can train AI. It's called data annotation. There's a lot of stuff you can do. So there is
Yeah, man.
jobs, but you have to be versatile. Don't put all your eggs in one basket because AI might take your job. So you got to learn new skills. Don't be one sided.
Take a job. Yeah, but it might be a day to buy Bitcoin. It's definitely a day to DCA your Bitcoin. I think with these kind of dips, these kind of dips on Bitcoin don't come every day. You have a juicy 8% discount on the Bitcoin price today. You have a juicy 5%. Well, it's now 6%. Interesting, like Sui did it. It's good that Sui's managing to just about hold $1.30. It's $1.28 right now, so it really just needs to get back out of that and then hold. If it holds, we are good for a little bit longer with Sui at this price. It's touch and go. What do you think? Prediction on Sui price this time next week?
Um, I do not think it's ever going to go below $1, but
Oh, really? Okay.
that's I think
Let's.
with what's coming, and also another thing about the U.S. based stuff this year in 2026. Usually, people have to wait till April to do their taxes. This year, they can do them in February, and there's going to be at least $1,000, like a huge percentage more back in rebates because people get money back. They're going to be getting a lot more than last year in the last 4 years. It's going to be a huge amount, and usually that's a pretty bullish event is when people start getting their tax returns, and they're getting them in February this year if they want to instead of April. It's been April for like decades, but now
Yeah.
it's February. So that might cause, that's why I'm saying end of Q1, start of Q2, plus the release of all this new SUI technology and AI agent stuff. I think it's more bullish than it may seem to me. But I'm more of
But
a technical person, not so much
the problem
crypto.
is mind share, mate. It's not what's being shipped because things can be shipped continuously in a bear market. New technology can come across continuously. But if the mind share isn't there and the liquidity and volume isn't there, then that means that all these things are being shipped, but people aren't noticing them. And
Well, so
that's
how
the
how
issue
I
that bear
see that
markets can cause.
is AI is not going to slow down. AI is
No, it's
getting
not.
faster and faster, more popular, and people are going to realize, okay, if we want to have AI agents that can actually do stuff, like actually operate and trade and stuff, SUI network is the only place that they have that can actually operate on. Like if you went to the Substack of Adeni, he goes over this whole long thing. Like it'd be too boring to do like right now, but if you go on his Substack and look at his reason why SUI network is perfect for the future of AI, it makes sense if you understand the technical stuff and all that, all those things about AI. Because I trained large language models for many years doing data annotation from home and have a computer science degree from 2004, big computer nerd. So a lot of the problems they're solving are, will sound like Chinese to, most people. Well, you'd understand, Richie, but it
Yeah,
sounds foreign, but
yeah.
it's solving a lot of problems that you wouldn't really think about unless you knew why it was solving the problem. Brett says Sue's in the $1.10. This is where I bought my next DC.
Sui in the dollar tens where I buy my next DC by Limor or six. Yeah. I mean, your plan is correct. Like
That sounds more. That's where I would definitely be buying more for sure. I don't see it going under $1 ever again, but I don't know. It'd be
we'll see.
crazy.
I, I'm I think I'm right. I'm 110% confident that Sui's going to get to 60 cents by the time. I think the floor is going to be around about 60 cents, maybe 70, but
That's crazy.
it's what happens, man. Because
No,
honestly, if
I'm
Bitcoin's at
ready.
85 now, and people think the bear market floor for Bitcoin to be 55 to 60,000, right? It can't stay there for long because actually that means that miners are losing money mining Bitcoin. Because I think the cost to mine Bitcoin is um, around about $75,000 Bitcoin is the cost to mine it, right, at the moment. So it can't stay under 75 for very long, but I think it will get there. And if Bitcoin goes down to that, then of course Sui would be under $1 because the whole market would collapse. But not forever, for like 6 months, and then after that it goes back up.
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as like, proportionately, yeah, it's going to follow Bitcoin. But I mean, like, as far as them, like, oh, they're just going to quit, call it off. There's a lot of, Google's invested in it. They're very bullish on it. Um, it can go down proportionately. Like if Bitcoin goes down, that's for sure because everything goes down with it. But when Bitcoin goes back up, it will be right there with it because 20% of all transactions on the Sui network are Bitcoin related. Like if you go to
Yeah,
sui.io/BTCFi, you can actually earn money from your Bitcoin and not even give up custody of it on Sui, which is only possible because of their object centric models. So it's like, they're very tied closely with Bitcoin.
oh yeah,
They have a contract with World Liberty Financial, which is, a Trump owned organization, which, people seem to see that as a bullish thing. Will be part of the
Brett's
reserve.
Brett's saying it's one of those things where I want to buy Sui, take to Dex's, sell for Bitcoin or gold, have gold and wrap Bitcoin on Sui blockchain, or yeah, XAU, yeah, gold. Lowest I think is 65 to 75 cents, but probably will wick up very quickly and not live there for long. Yeah, for sure. But I am too much of a bull to think that it will happen in Q1 or early Q2. I think Q3 is floor. Yeah, we slow bleed, right? It's that's what bear markets test you, man. They get so boring. Everyone leaves because nothing's happening, and then suddenly there's another flash crash, and they're like, "Well, that's why I left because look, it's just going down. Look," and then the news only talks about how Bitcoin's gone down. and then nothing
Just don't
happens.
sell. Just don't sell.
Exactly. You just hold your stuff. If you haven't sold already, you're fucked, right? So just hold what you have and earn on it, and
Exactly.
then wait 6 months to a year, and then you'll be like, okay, we're coming back out. It's getting exciting again. Everything is happening. Moment I'm looking at a trade on silver. I think it's trading in this channel, but I was trying to trade it last night. It got absolutely decimated. I got one good win because when this collapse came, right, this was this was amazing. I mean,
It
you're
was
talking
gold
about,
and silver took a straight nosedive. That was wild.
yeah, this 11% drop in silver's price, which is more than the entire cryptocurrency market cap. This is more than the GDP of most countries, right? Fell 10% in 1 hour. Um, and I caught that. So I caught the fall, half of it, and I made loads of money. And then I was like, oh, it's going to bounce, right? So I was trying to time the bounce, and I got absolutely chopped up. So everything I made in the short, I lost in the trying to trade the bounce. I should have just taken the trade, the win, walked away, be like, great, I made some money, and then just leave it at that, right? But no, I got too, and this is like for me was
Well,
like
Richie,
1 in the morning,
one
2 in the
person
morning.
who
It's
Richie,
like just
one person who benefited from your coverage of the metals. My
yeah,
mom saw the price of silver on your channel, and she sold at the top her silver
nice. That's cool.
because she said the other day, "I wish I would have saved more." And I'm like, today I'm like, look at the price, and she's like, "Oh, that's good. I sold it. I'm glad I saw the video." So
Yeah, but I think it's going to rally. I can see a bounce. I think it's going to keep up in this upward channel. Um, Probably. I mean, I'm betting on it now. But yeah, it's that time when you're trading and you get a win that you're like, oh, that's a great win. Just walk away, man. You don't need to. Oh, that's why I went into market. You don't need to
yeah.
take it. Like you don't need another one. You already won that day. Just stop. But I didn't take my own advice. I got too deep into the moment. I should have walked away. Gotta walk away. Didn't walk
So
away though.
your channel, it says, "Don't get wrecked." I'll watch me do it for you.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, see, but I would have taken that trade. Now it's dumping. So gotta
Have
watch.
you
Gotta
came
be.
up with a new solid intro? Is it?
Nah, not yet. Still working on it. Do you think you would make a SuiDeX clan on Zoe? What's Zoe? They have a referral system that could do a way currently for your clan members to win some serious money. I don't know what Zoe is.
If it
Zio.
is legitimate and going to be beneficial, then I will do it. We will do it. Basically, as I always say, if it's going to add value and it doesn't cost money and there's real
Yeah.
value in it, I think we're very flexible. I'm flexible.
Right. We're gonna go long on silver. The stop loss, always stop loss, is going to be 109.5. I don't
So
think we
this
can
is
lose.
this is tokenized silver and gold,
Yeah.
right? You can't cash this in like say, hey, I want my silver with this. It's like Robinhood.
Yeah, this is just, I buy it and then I sell it. I've actually got spot back that I'm building here as well. Right, so here what I've done is I've got stop loss running on silver, which means that if silver falls to below this line, I will be stopped out and I will lose, but I won't lose all my money because my stop loss is set at like $40 to $50 loss, right? If silver continues to go up and it hits this top red line, which is my take profit, then my trade will close and I will win like about 150 bucks. At any time, I can stop the trade. As you can see, the position is down here. So currently we just started, we're $1 in profit. So what I do is I wait for, if my trade's successful, this will say silver spikes. Oh, what happened there? Silver spikes up to say we get to around about here, like this point here. I'm already in good profit there. Usually then I raise the stop loss up above my buy-in, meaning that
So
I've
what
guaranteed to
what
win.
affects the price of gold and silver? I don't know anything about those markets. Like how is it in relation to cryptocurrency and stocks? Like what is making that price shift?
For right now, well, this is paper silver. So it's the price that also you're going to get if you go to a coin shop for silver right now, right? But the problem is that these coin shops can't afford to buy your silver for $111 per ounce, right? So
That's
It is,
exactly what my mom said when she was selling the silver. She said she
yeah.
kind of felt bad for the guy because he's like, yeah, I know what the price is and I'll buy it from you, but he's like, I don't think I'm going to get as good of a deal out of it as I thought. She mentioned something like that to me.
Yeah, because what, say you worked in a coin shop, right? What do you need to do? You need to buy silver. So say if you had a coin shop, right, you're kind of screwed because like you say you've had a coin shop for years, years and years and years, and you come in and you're like, all right, so it is it's the 18th of January, and silver is $90, right? So 2 weeks ago, silver's not 1 week ago, silver is $90. You buy the silver from someone. Sorry, you buy silver. So some guy brings them some coins. You pay $90 an ounce for the silver, right? Then you need to sell it to the refinery for them to give you the money for the silver. But then silver goes up to $1.20, well, $120, right? Someone else comes in and says, "Okay, can you buy my silver for $120?" You're like, "Okay, fuck. I already just bought $90 silver last week, which is way higher than it was, back a couple months back. Back it was $30 like a year ago, right? The refinery hasn't taken my silver yet because the price is so high. I don't have any, which means they haven't given me money. So I bought this guy's silver for $90 an ounce, but I haven't managed to sell it to the refinery yet because they're backed up. So I'm at a loss, and I don't have $120 to buy your silver yet. So I need to wait for the refinery to give me that money. If they don't have the
Exactly,
cash,
exactly how she explained it. Because yeah, she was
yeah,
actually selling silver in person, like to a coin shop, and
yeah.
the guy was like, "Yeah, it kind of sucks for me right now." So that makes sense.
And then, so the price is going up. Some people say it's because, crypto people have found trading silver and gold, but like the amount of money in crypto compared to the amount of money in gold market is tiny. I think it's like 2%. So there's 2% of the money in crypto, and then gold would be 100%, right? So it's
Yeah,
completely,
because gold's been
it's an
around
ant.
since forever.
I just
Crypto's
mean,
like the
yeah.
last 10 years.
I mean, like market cap, also daily volume, daily trading. So we're a tiny, tiny ant in the world of gold and silver, right? So I don't think it's really that. I think it's more retail people who are not even involved in Bitcoin or crypto, never use a crypto wallet. They are able now to trade these commodities, and definitely fear about the overall global economy is rushing this. Governments buying up gold and silver. These are all combining, but definitely the whole paper price is a problem because if we can't actually sell the tangible asset for the price that we're trading at, then that's a Ponzi, right? That's a bubble. So it will collapse down to the price that we're actually willing to pay for the tangible piece of gold and silver. So
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
basically,
Because
yeah,
when you're trading on things like this, you're just like, it's just, you're just betting on the price. You don't actually have the gold in your pocket or a certificate to pick it up. Because that's what originally, when it was decided to decouple the dollar from actual gold backed, you know,
yeah,
that's when the dollar became a money printer and it lost its value. They should have kept it pegged to gold, but
yeah.
um, I forget who the president was that did that. I'm sure Brett could tell us. He
It
knows
was
all about that.
FDR, no? I think it was FDR. He, oh, there we go. Damn, we're dumping. We're dumping. Oh my god, I'm $10 down.
Are you putting in? Are these long and short positions you're doing?
Yeah,
What
that's right.
leverage?
Five. I only go five for silver. You don't need any more. It's so volatile, man. I mean, when you can get 10% swings in a day, you don't need any leverage really. Like you're already 10% up. I mean, that means if you get the 10% swing correct, you're making 100%. Uh, like that's like you don't need more.
I still go on a Telegram app that you made a video about like years ago
Oh yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
they have a demo mode. You can just do with pretend money,
Yeah,
and
Week
if
says that as
you
well. Week
hunt
says demo
X,
mode. Yeah.
if you do well, you can actually win real money. If you win fake money, they'll actually pay you prizes and money. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
And they
look.
do 1,000x. They do up to 1,000x leverage. Just
Yeah, that's
insane.
that's retarded.
Yeah, yeah. Demo mode only. Don't do 1,000x actual money.
So here is a Bitcoin to gold chart.
Ah,
So this is 1 year Bitcoin to gold. So this is Bitcoin losing value to gold on the year, right? Year to date. This is Bitcoin losing value to gold on the year. So you can see you're if you're holding gold, then you are, of course, the chart would be inversed. But this is if you're holding Bitcoin and not buying gold. This is what's happened to your money this year. This is what's happened to your money last year, down quite substantially. This is what's happened to your money in the 3 year. Or 3 year, if you were holding Bitcoin, you were doing really well, but then now you're not. So actually, we're back. We're down to levels from 2024 now, 2023 actually for that. So you had a 2 year period of holding Bitcoin, earning more, getting more value than gold, but now it's come back to that. If you go to 5 year, you can see where the dip was, that your Bitcoin's doing really well. Bear market, Bitcoin's not doing well against gold, and then bull market, Bitcoin's doing really well. So this is also a great way of indicating, when is the bull market, right? When is the bear market? You go 10 year, of course, it's Bitcoin's way up still.
oh, if you go back to
All time.
2010, it's like millions of percent up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, even from here, right? This is December 25th, 2022, the bear market bottom for Bitcoin. So this is where your gold position was really, really much more valuable than your Bitcoin
What's the
position.
price there? I can't. It's very
It's
small on the
it's
screen.
just going in ounces of gold, right? So the way you just need to see it is if the line is at the top, that means that your Bitcoin is worth more. If the line's at the bottom, your gold is worth more, right? So you can see the bear market here. This is all-time high Bitcoin in 2021. Your gold is worth more than Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin bear market 2022 bottom. Your Bitcoin, sorry, your gold is worth more here. Your Bitcoin is worth more at the top here.
Oh, okay,
Coming,
right. I see.
this
So this
is
is Bitcoin to gold ratio. It's
yeah,
not
yeah. This
okay.
is Bitcoin at all-time high, 160, 116,000 or 26,000, something like that, dollars.
What does that look like if you line it up with the price of Bitcoin? Would it look similar, or is it?
This is the price. This is the price of gold compared to the price of Bitcoin.
But if you look at it compared to the dollar, like Bitcoin versus the dollar, Bitcoin versus gold.
Bitcoin versus I can't line it up. I don't pay for the service, but it would be different. Yeah, I mean we could take just the CoinGecko. I could pull it up in weeks actually. No, we'll just do dollar.
Do
So it's
you
going to
do
be
any stocks trading? How are the stocks doing, Brett? Are you doing any stocks, Brett? I mean, I've heard a good thing to get into is any business that processes rare earth metals or oil, crude oil.
so here's a 1 year on Bitcoin to the dollar, right? You can see huge, huge bounce, right? Big bubble, boom, right, going up and then down. Whereas with Bitcoin to gold, you're seeing a gradual 1 year of gold being more valuable than Bitcoin.
So, what was the
Right?
lowest price of Bitcoin on that dip right there on the other page?
The lowest price was where we a 1776 on the yearly, right? So we're approaching yearly lowest Bitcoin price. So still a long way to go. Long way to go down. Unfortunately,
How low did it go in 2022? Did you say when it went to that
15,000.
15 in
Yeah.
2022? Wow,
2023, 2022, yeah, it was 15,000. That's
wow.
when I bought. That's what I mean. I waited for it, man. I waited because I was online 2020, 2021, doing great, and then it came down and down and down. I was like, okay, I'll just wait. Let's see how low it can go. It's going to be the point where everyone's like, this is a scam. Nobody's going to use it. Everyone's leaving. I'm so bored. There's nothing to do. No one's you're getting like 10 views on YouTube videos and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, what? 15,000 Bitcoin. Huh, bye, 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 bye. And then, of course, then it went back up. So you just got to be patient. Wait for that time. And you'll make.
That's the thing when the bull run's happening and when everything's green, like the atmosphere, the environment, everyone's just having a party. It's like it's a completely
Yeah.
different atmosphere, and it is wild. Um, like when you first launched the Sui Trump coin that got us to the Sui network in the first place.
Yeah.
That first 10 days was like, I was incredible, but
Yeah.
it was highs and lows.
There are, man. There are. We'll get back there. We'll get back there. But we need to let the macro do its thing. We can't fight this. Can't fight macro. You just need to wait, and then wait for your narrative to come swing back around, or go chasing narratives. But I wouldn't suggest doing that in a bear market. You're gonna get
And I
fucked.
would I would educate yourself on other disciplines. If you're worried about your job, you should learn stuff.
Yeah.
Learn how to use AI, even if you hate it, because it's not going away.
Yeah. I'm about to complete my course. The past 3 months, I've been doing a course in professional marketing. So I've
Nice.
done one exam already passed. So I've got one more module done, and then I'll be a certified professional marketer in the UK. So I've got the test is going to be in about 2 weeks, I think. So I'm just getting the modules finished for that, and then finish the test, and then qualified. But you got to do that. You got to upskill yourself when the charts aren't going your way. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, Brett gave away my secret. Yeah, I am an AI now. I have fully merged. I was human a few years ago, but I decided to go all in. So,
Yeah,
all AI. So
all in AI.
I live
Yep.
on the Sui chain. That's why I can't go away.
Yeah, man. Right, let's call it a day. We've been live for 2 hours 20 minutes. I've got to go do
Right
some
on.
stuff. It's 12:30 in the afternoon. Time to get going.
Go
Go,
to
man.
the SuiDeX Telegram.
Yep, get your prizes. I'll be posting that right now to get your wallet addresses, and then I'll send them today.
I've been Wise DJing on X. I've been streaming on X and Kick.
You have been. I am Mischief Finance. You can find me on YouTube at Mischief Finance, X at Mischief Finance, SuiDeX HQ on X, and Sui Trump Coin on X, which are all Sui Trump Coin is I'm the founder. SuiDeX, I'm also the founder, and that's where you can find me if you need me, or on Telegram, Richie underscore
Yeah, I think
Mischief.
that's important for people to know too. Is that you're the sole developer of Sui Trump and SuiDeX. It's not like a whole team of people making decisions. You have support, but you hold the keys. There's no you're a trustworthy guy, have a reputation for a long time. I joined your channel in 2020 when you were talking about uh, that one, Wise token back in the day. It was your 12th
Oh
video.
yeah, yeah, still going.
Solid stuff. Yeah,
Brett, I got
Peter
your link for a Zofa. I'm going to check that out.
Peter Gear is the developer, I believe.
Yeah, Peter Deer, said Scottish. Peter Deer. Okay, I gotta go, man. I've put into the Telegram. If you are one of the winners, then please get in touch with me, and you can just DM me on Telegram. I'm the account that just said competition winners. Give me your details in DM, please, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, wise DJ, or a good evening. Go eat some tacos
Oh
and
yeah.
quesadilla, and I'll catch you later.
Peace out.
Bye bye.